Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Welcome to the Potters pregame. Mark the Phantom Low here with you. And today on the pregame, it's Potter Legend time. That means it's Brock Raggett. Brock, thanks for dropping by, man.
Thanks for having me, man. It's always good to be back up here.
You're a Potter legend. We always talk about you. We always reference you. I'm thinking maybe there's new Potter fans. There's always new Potter fans every year. Maybe they don't know the story of Brock Raggett's humble beginnings way back when. Well, what year of the Potters did you join up as a player?
2018.
So same year we came on board, right? Okay.
I'll never forget it.
We grew together.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Been together ever since.
That's right. So, you pitched for how many seasons?
Potters 1 year.
Potters just 1 year.
Going into my senior year, and then after that I was done.
Okay,
so.
Well, and my saying was always, if you can't get anybody out, become a pitching coach. And you have really borne that out. Now, while you were playing for the Potters or elsewhere, did you think you might want to get into coaching?
Coaching always interests me. I didn't really get into it until after that summer, after my internship. I gave my first pitching lesson, and after that, I'm like, okay, this is kind of addicting. This is something I want to do. And then ever since then, I just took it and ran with it, and now, we're here.
Now, you were a Potters pitching coach for a while, right, with Ryan Stevens, is that right?
Yep.
How many years?
That would have been, altogether probably 3 years.
And what did you learn? What did you learn from Ryan? I mean, you're just a fledgling coach. You got a guy who's as good a manager as there is around. What did you learn from him?
It's all about the players. Yep,
yeah.
Players first. It's about getting them to the next level, whether it's baseball after this, whether it's life. It's just giving them something they can take from their time as a Potter or whatever school they're at. Anyways, under our direction, giving them something they can take and run with for the rest of their lives.
Let me turn the clock back a little bit, because something I say to all the guys, even the guys, we've had Owen Hunt up here, we've had Tristan Russell been our players of the game. I say it to him. Lincoln has a history, or has a reputation for their teams gelling really, really fast. And I know in summer league you kind of have to, but still that doesn't mean it's always going to happen.
Yes.
Was that even true way back in 2018 when you joined up? Did that happen even then?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you get a chance to meet a bunch of guys from around the country. They're all at different schools, different programs, trying to make a name for themselves. Sometimes egos set in a little bit, but ever since we've been here, it takes about a week to kind of break that, and then all the guys have been acting like they played together for the last 10 years. It's the best part about summer ball.
Now, you've hung around Eli Garcia, our current manager, as a player way back in 2018, an assistant coach, and I know he's been around. What are your impressions from him as a skipper?
So far, after the first week, he's doing an absolutely unbelievable job. You see guys that are playing out of position, different positions. Right. And the biggest thing about summer ball is getting guys the reps they need to go back to their respected schools. Like, they have objectives they need to hit. And so far, Eli has done an amazing job at achieving that. And besides the fact that he's giving me a call after every time one of our guys is thrown.
Yeah.
The communication is one of the biggest parts about summer ball, and he's doing a phenomenal job of it so far. Couldn't be happier with it.
Well, let's get to that. Let's get to what you coached with the Potters, and I think you went off and became a manager for a while and came back, and all of a sudden you find yourself at William Jessup. How did that come about?
Yes. So my first year coaching the Potters, actually, Trevor Payne, the head coach there, gave me a call and asked if I wanted to be the pitching coach of Jessup, and I came on as a volunteer assistant while working in the department, doing sales and stuff like that, but came on in a volunteer capacity. And then ever since then, the job opened up as the assistant coach. Ty Mitchell left, and he offered me the job, and I took it. And, Trevor Payne is second to none. He's one of the best in the business, best young coach in the country. I'll put my name onto that. But he gave me an opportunity, and he took a chance on me, and, I couldn't be more grateful.
Well, tell us a little bit about this year's magical season.
It was phenomenal. So it was our first year in the Pac West. Made the transition from the NAI to the NCAA in our first year in Division II. Finished third in the Pac West, our first year in the conference, which was absolutely phenomenal. And then Trevor Payne, once again, I'm going to talk about Trevor Payne.
Yeah, that's all right. Go for it.
Got his 200th win as a head coach at the NCCA World Series. Awesome to be a part of it. He deserves everything has been received. He's earned it. But it's just an awesome thing to be a part of. We're building something special here. The coaching staff we have, the players we have this year just bought into what we're doing.
Tell the people what happened at the World Series.
So we won it, man.
Well, there you go. They don't know that. You know that. It's old hat for you. You got your ring and everything. People are watching. They're going, well, how did they do? How'd they do? They came in third. So you guys came back with the whole thing. You won the Natty, as they say.
Won the Natty, yeah. First Natty in Jessup baseball history, and I'm very happy to be a part of it.
Well, quickly, let's talk a little bit about what you talk about your guys throwing. We've seen a couple of Jessup guys out here already this year, and they've done a fantastic job. Nobody more so than the opening night starter, Jake Morrell. Now, Jake pitched for American River College. Stones and I covered him for a couple of years, and, we're impressed by his arm and everything, but he's a little bit all over the place. And we saw him come out here last Saturday night and just locked in. And I think you might have been the only guy in the building that wasn't surprised by that.
Jake Morrell is by far one of the hardest working kids I've ever worked with. We take something and try it out, and then if it doesn't feel right, we go back, break down video, have conversations, try something a little different. We finally found something that worked with him, but he didn't stop working from the first day he stepped foot on campus. I saw something in him last year with the Potters, his want and need to, get better and really get to the next level, and his drive to compete and work, like I said, it's second to none, and he's earned everything he's getting right now, and he's not even close to his ceiling. So he's got a lot more room where he's going to grow. He's going to jump up here soon, but he's doing a phenomenal job.
You guys have done a great job with him. There's a couple other guys, but we got to kind of cut you short because you talk so much. You like being in the media so much. We got to cut you short. We'll talk about some other guys next time we talk to you. Brock Rackets, thanks so much for dropping by. That's Brock Rackets on the pregame show. We'll have some baseball for you right after this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Chemicals of mama, I'm sure to handle now, yes I am. Let's just speak loud in the words, and I'm a man with the greatest fear. Got to knock on me, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I won't prove every word I say. Advertise a love more praise, so you can place it there with me. Chemicals of mama, I'm sure to handle now, yes I am. Hey, hard to handle that. See, baby, here I am, a man on the scene. Give you what you want, but you got to bring it home to me. There's a good no love, and then I got a little more in store. When I get the baby throwing it on, know you'll be around for more. Chemicals of mama, I'm sure to handle now, yes I am. Yeah, how to handle that? Yeah. Chemicals of mama, I'm sure to handle now, yes I am. Yeah, hard to handle that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are you ready for some Potters baseball? Potters Baseball brought to you by Stones Broadcast Networks. And now for the play-by-play, here is Mark the Phantom Lowe.
Well, hello and welcome everybody to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California. It is a tremendous night for baseball. It is Friday, and we are going to have a great time out here as the Potters start a 3-game series against the California Red Tails. And we will have much more on both teams coming up. Riley, the engineer, is here. Willie Preston is doing the PA. We've got Carson, the intern coordinator, over there doing the track man. Luke Statwalker is on point streak. I hope you enjoyed the pregame interview with Brock Raggett, or Brock, one of the Potter legends who started the same year we did back in 2018. And he's gone through a lot of incarnations since then. Player, assistant coach, pitching coach, manager, pitching coach again, assistant coach. And we're just the same. We just sit here and we don't change at all, and that's just what we are. So it's the Potters at 3-1 against the Red Tails. I believe this is the Red Tails' first outing of the season. I'm very inclined. I was mad at the Red Tails earlier on because they brought us a roster, which we appreciate, but they have names and numbers. They have no affiliations. We don't know where anybody's from or anything. And I had a little miffed at that, not because it's early in the season. People are still getting things together. But we're got them for 3 games. We want to know a little bit about them. And then I met a couple of them in the bathroom, and they seemed like really nice kids. So I said, hey, how you guys doing? Hey, I said, look, I know, you want to get on Lincoln Potters Baseball Stones Broadcast Network YouTube and watch these 3-game series. Tell your people back in home down in South Bay. I said, tell them about this. But and they said, yeah. And I said, but tell them about it. But we may not get all the names right, or maybe we won't get some of the affiliations right because we have no information. I'm going all over the internet, and you know how slow I am at that. I've got through like 3 players already. So they said, that's okay. We appreciate what you guys are doing. It's all great. So hopefully they're fans down there of the Red Tails, and they won't mind too much. If they have some corrections, put them in the chat or whatever you call that thing, Raleigh. Can you read that? Is that something you can read? If they say, hey, that guy's from Minnesota, not from San Francisco, it's stuff we want to know. Because like I said, we got him here for 3 days. We might as well get it all right. And let's get this out of the way right now. Yes, the Red Tails are about the Red Tails, the African-American fighter pilots, the Tuskegee Airmen, who served with distinction during World War II. Let's get that out of the way. So we are inclined to root for them already. Not during the game, Riley. Let's don't get crazy. All right, let's turn our attention to the ball game. We're about to start. We've got Jake Morrell, the left-hander, out on the mound. 5 innings, 1 earned run, and 6 strikeouts in his first appearance on Saturday when he got the win in the win over the Novato Knicks. He throws the first pitch to strike, and we're going to look up at the screen there for you and get the batting lineup for the California Red Tails. Gamble, Soper, Romaine, Catalano, Rolling, and Romero. Giametti, Delphin, and Zane Silas Holmes is the catcher batting 9th. Ethan Baloney is the pitcher for the Red Tails, and that one misses somewhere, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Andrew Gamble. Research says he's from Antioch High School, and he'll be leading off, playing in right field here today for the California Red Tails. Morrell delivers, and that one is down low for a ball, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike on Andrew Gamble. Gavin Soper and Terrell Scott Romaine will be the next 2 hitters after Mr. Gamble. 2-1 from Jake, and it is called strike 2, 2-2. Great night out here. We've got a couple of things going. I've got to give credit right away to Luke Stoutwalker, who said they were going to have water slides out here. Now, they didn't put them down the left field line because they couldn't get water to them, so they're right out by the entrance to the park. But, man, they look impressive out there, a couple of huge water slides. So, take a dip before you come in if you're a late-arriving fan. 2-2 pitches chopped over the man. That's going to be a tough play at second base for Ronaldo. Brady throws it to first on a hop, but it's not in time. Campbell will get himself an infield single to start it off. Let's look at that defensive alignment, Riley, while we can, as Gavin Soper comes to the plate. Ethan Liao, the newcomer in left field. Brian Williams Jr. in center. Jake Lavin over in right. Ty McGraw, Brady Ronaldo, Kenny Winters, Jason Hansen, the infield. Rylan Villanueva behind the plate for the Potters in this first game of the 3-game series. And the left-hander, Jake Morrell, on the mound. Gavin Soper, the center fielder, comes up next. Out of Redwood High School. Left-handed hitter against the left-hander, Jake Morrell. First pitch misses outside. 1-0. Morrell from Roseville, California, went to American River College, then made it over to William Jessup, where, if you heard Brock Raggets on the pregame today, had a tremendous season for them. Kind of came out of nowhere, and it just all clicked for him. He's got a 1-0 here on Soper. He'll come to the plate. Fastball misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. The crowd's still getting there, settled out here. And, of course, when you get out here, you've got to look down the third base line if you want to get some goodies before you go to your seat. Or you can just go down the right field into the Brick and Barrel backyard and get yourself a brewski. 2-0 pitch. Soper takes a strike. But if you want to eat, you go down to the third base line. You got Sabos de Mexico there. You got the Fat Cat. You got a Lincoln Potter's stand of their own where they put some pretty fierce hot dogs out on their own, and a couple of beer spots over there, too. So we got you covered if you want to get something before you sit down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 to Gavin Soper. I want to call him Super Soper, but I don't know if I'm going to get the okay from upstairs to do that. So I'll just try it out now and see what happens. You know, see if the boss gets mad at me. Although we need to talk about that. 2-2 pitch just misses the slider outside. 3-2. Stones McCoy not here today. He took the family, except for Riley, of course. Took the missus and one of the missus's friends and the daughter and the daughter's boyfriend, Colin, up to Lake Tahoe to experience the sights and sounds up there. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Morrell gets his first strikeout, gets Soper for the first out, and Terrell Scott Romaine will be the hitter. The left fielder. He comes to us from Chabot College. Anyway, Stones is dropping the missus and her friend off at the casinos and then leaving them for a while. Then I don't know what daughter and Colin are doing. I think they're just going to go out and hang out. I don't know what kids do today. And then Stones is just going to go build something for the local high school or something. Morrell over to first base, not in time. Because even though he's not here, he's got to go out and build something. What did he? What was Maya doing, Riley? What are they doing up there? Just going out and seeing the sights? Get on the water a little bit, maybe something like that. Well, isn't Colin from like Boston or something? He doesn't know what to do out here. No idea what to do. Breaking ball, beautiful pitch. 0-1. Yeah, he's from Boston, goes to school in Vermont, and he's now out at Lake Tahoe. He's not used to that, Riley. There's going to be a little culture shock there, and I don't think your dad's the right guy to be there to cushion the shock. Same pitch, swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch by Jake Morrell, and Scott Romaine is down 0-2. Gamble at first base. So just getting started out here. Crowd is tremendous, as always. Jake's going to go over to first base. This is game number 5. I think Wednesday was close to a sellout. I know the first game on Saturday night was a sellout. And the afternoon games were way up there, and I think in 4 digits as far as the attendance. And hopefully, if you can't make it out, you're going to know that we're here. Swing and a miss, and Romaine is out on strikes. 2 strikeouts for Morrell after the infield single to Andrew Gamble, and Caleb Catalano will be the hitter. Caleb from the College of Sequoia, and he is the first baseman for the California Red Tails, who have nifty green jerseys, and we're trying to figure out what kind of green. Is it forest green? Is it Kelly green? I've heard emerald green, but that was Carson. I think he was probably, I don't know. I think he had a couple of mushrooms or something. I don't think he was really seeing it. So far, forest green is the leader in the clubhouse. That's fouled out of play. Was that your idea, Riley, or was that Luke Statwalker? Statwalker, yeah. I think that's the leader in the clubhouse right now. And good-looking jersey, though. Potters are in the all-orange. It's an Orange Friday. So oranges are free or half off or something. I don't know. Morrell taking his time. He's going to come to the plate. Breaking ball's fouled off. It's sawed off the bat of Catalano. Willie, what kind of specials we got today? $4 off beer or something like that? I think it is. $4 off Founder's beer. Thank you, Willie. So if you're a late arriver and you get past the water slides, Founder's beer, $4 off, according to Willie Preston. And he does speak with some authority around here. Morrell misses outside, tailed the fastball away. Good waist pitch, a little bit too far off to get Catalano to offer at it. So it's 1-2. Kobe Rolling is a familiar name. We've seen Kobe on a couple different teams, I think. He is on deck, left-handed hitting second baseman. Morrell to the plate, and it broke in and hit the batter. I think he was going to swing, and it hit him. And Morrell thinks he did swing. And I think the umpire just put his right hand up in the air. Is he calling it a strike, a hit batter, a foul ball? And it's strike 3. That's what well, he hit him and he got a strikeout. So that's one for the record books. It's that kind of Friday, Riley. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Red Tails, nothing. Potters coming to bat.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Bottom of inning number 1. Potter's coming up to bat. Jake Lavin will start us off. Ethan Baloney is the pitcher. I have Ethan out of Hillsdale High School, but I also have Ethan pitching for Sierra College this past season, so that's what we're going to go with. And he will face Jake Lavin, Tristan Russell, and Ty McGraw after this pitch. Riley, let's put up the lineup so people can check it out. But let's let Jake Lavin, who's hitting at a .500 clip, 8 for 16 on the season, with 5 runs batted in, come up to the plate. First pitch is outside. Riley, put that up there if you would. Lavin, Tristan Russell, who has 8 runs batted in, and Ty McGraw, Jason Hansen, Brian Williams Jr., Brady Ronaldo, Ethan Liao, Villanueva, and Kenneth Winters. I'm not calling him Kenny. I'm calling him Kenneth. Fastball misses again outside. Right around 86 miles an hour from Ethan. Lavin out of Laguna Beach, California, UC Berkeley. Off to a great start for the Potters here in the first 4 games. Check swing, and that's on the corner for a strike. 2-1 to Jake, followed by Tristan Russell and Ty McGraw here, bottom of the first inning. Everybody's still settling in. It's going to be close to another capacity crowd out here. Great job by the fans of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Lavin takes high for a ball, 3-1. Again, though, if you can't make it, you're in local, and we came out to the Potters. You watched them. You thought they were great, but you couldn't make it to the next game. We're right here. YouTube, Stones Broadcast Networks, Lincoln Potters Baseball. Subscribe to both, and you'll never miss a game. You got about 28 of them, I think, left, something like that. We want to get you in on all of them. And if you're a parent of a Potter, or if you're watching a Potter from far away, let's say you're in Gardendale, Alabama, watching Ty McGraw, and you make it out here to Lincoln, come on up here to the press box. Lie and say you enjoy the broadcast. I don't care. Just come on up. We love it. Love meeting them, and Lavin will go down to first base. So he's at first with nobody out, and Tristan Russell is the hitter. Out of Cypress, Texas, he's the DH. Our player of the game on Sunday with a 3-run home run. He had 5 runs batted in the win the other night against the South Bay Storm Chasers. He was 3 for 4 with 5 RBI, including a 2-run triple. Batting left-handed against Ethan Baloney, and he's followed by another left-hander, Ty McGraw. Takes it high, takes it inside. Let's look at the defensive alignment if we can. Well, that's our defensive line. Let's do it that way. Zane Silas Holmes behind the plate. Romain in left, Soper center, Gamble in right. It's Romero, Delphin, Rolling, and Catalano in the infield. Ethan Baloney on the mound, and Zane Silas Holmes. There's a throw to first. It's going to get away, and Lavin will go to second and think about going to third as Gamble picks it up. The throw is on the money, but a little too late, and Lavin slides in safely. Be an error on the pitcher, first error of the ball game, and it allows Jake to get all the way over to third base and put him in position to score yet another run. That one is a ball. Jake scored 3 runs the other day. He was 2 for 5, scored 3 times against the Storm Chasers. Russell, 2 balls and no strikes for Tristan. Working on the shoulder, trying to get it into shape so he can get out in the field for the Potters, but he's been DHing so far. Lifts that one out to left field. Romain is underneath it. He'll make the catch. The tag is made. The throw is strong, but can't be picked up by the catcher, and sliding in safe is Lavin. Sacrifice fly for Russell. That's his 9th RBI. That was a strong throw by Romain in left field, but it kind of hopped in. Just a tough backhand pickup for Holmes at the plate and wasn't able to make it. So 1 run in, 1 out recorded. And Ty McGraw is our hitter. He is 8 for 15 on the season with 6 runs scored. Playing down at first base again for the Lincoln Potters, skippered by Eli Garcia. That is inside for a ball. Ty was 3 for 4 with a pair of runs scored against the Storm Chasers on Wednesday. Today's Friday. It was Wednesday. Jason Henson to follow. Just his 2nd appearance of the year. McGraw takes a high fastball. Good speed on that one at 86, but a little bit too elevated. So he goes out 2-0. A walk, a pickoff, throwing error, and a sacrifice fly. And the Potters have put the first run up on the board here in the bottom of inning number 1. In the first to 3 against the Red Tails. Fouled off by Ty McGraw. He got one he really wanted and fouled it off down the left field line over by third base. Now, Riley, is that a fan you like? He's got 2 hands. He's got a kid in one and a snow cone in the other. So that's good, right? Yeah, okay. Riley doesn't like it when you have 2 arms and you're only carrying one thing. And I kind of like your work ethic, my friend. Nice breaking pitch in there for a strike. Might have been the first off-speed pitch that Baloney has thrown. And it is in there for a strike on Ty McGraw. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the first baseman from Gardendale, Alabama, out of Troy University. Fits that one down the left field line out of play. That's where I thought, around where I thought the water slides were going to be, but no, they're behind us, Riley. Did you see them coming in? They're monstrous over there. You want to go take? If you want to go take a plunge, go ahead. I'll cover you. I'll cover you in here. Willie can handle it. That's all right. No, give it to breaking pitch. Just misses inside. Baloney thought he had himself a strikeout. I'm sure Statwalker can take your job over. You just go out there and get yourself some. Although I put him on the air. He's a little bit. We'll have to break him in for some more interviews because he is just a little bit shaky on that one. 3-2 pitches lifted into left field. That'll drop in front of Romain for a base hit. And it gets past him. And rounding first and headed for second is McGraw. He's got a very strong arm, but he's not going to be in time. So it'll be a single and an error. Second error, first hit for the Potters. Second error for the Red Tails already, and brings up Jason Hansen. Out of UC Davis and Roseville, California. One of the heroes of last year. Big 8-run comeback with 2 outs in the 9th inning against Healdsburg in the first game of the PEL playoffs. Broom Packers won it in 3. I'll give them their due, but what a comeback by the Potters. Hit after hit after hit. Then throw a walk in there. Pinch hit for Zach Chamiso that broke Riley's heart. All of a sudden, the 3-run home run sailing out into the night. It's about as good a win as you can get. 0-1 to Jason. Breaking ball misses outside. Good movement on that one from Baloney, but missed the strike zone, so it's 1-1 on Jason Hansen. 1 for 5 in his only appearance of the season. In the first 3-game series against the Novato Knicks, the Potters took 2 out of 3. There's another breaking ball, and that one is a little bit high. So Maloney not missing by much, got some good-looking pitches. And a little off the beaten track, and he, as a result, is behind in the count 2-1 with Brian Williams Jr. set to follow. The outfielder out of Dallas Baptist University. Misses outside with the fastball. 3-1 to Jason Hansen. Tomorrow is a big day out here. Fireworks and Disney night. First pitch, 6:05. High pop fly, right field. Gamble, given a little room. He will make the catch. The tag is made, but it's a bluff and cut off by the shortstop, Delphine. So a fly to right field by Hansen. Hit it pretty well out there. 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 1, and here's Brian Williams Jr. Center fielder out of Midwest City, Oklahoma. Is 5 for 15 on the season so far. Had a couple of hits in the game on Wednesday. He is out in center field today. He's played all the outfield positions. I think he played center 1 game in the first series and was super impressive. That breaking ball just misses high again. Baloney just missing with a good-looking pitch, and it's 1-0. Right-handed hitter Brian Williams. Brady Rinaldo to follow the second baseman. Williams swings and misses on the inside fastball. 1-1. Remain out in left field is right in the sun now, so I think that had more to do with the error on the base hit than anything else. I think it might have bounced up in eye level. But nonetheless, McGraw's at second base. Breaking ball swung on and missed again. 1-2. Great night for baseball out here. Great night for hot dogs. Great night for beer. Founders is $4 off if that's, if you want to go that way. Williams takes the fastball and misses barely again. 2-2. He is around the plate all inning. And he's got a 2-2 count on Brian Williams Jr. Lifts that one to right side, trying to get out of play. Catalano give it a little bit of a chase, and it's over past the VIP area. Good-looking VIP area down the right field line. Call it the Kiln or the VIP area. It's all fancy. Tables, chairs, now some permanent seats out there just to make the experience more fun. Breaking ball's hit high up in the air left field. Romaine moves over, trying to fight the sun, and he will make the catch. That's well played right there. Good hit by Williams, but Romaine with the catch in left field. We get 1 run in the first for the Potters. We go to the second. They lead at 1-0. Grooving back out on a Friday night. McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California. Mark the Phantom Low along with Riley the engineer. Kobe Rowling will lead us off. Aiden Romero and Rocco Giametti will follow him for the California Red Tails, who find themselves on the short end of a 1-0 score after the Potters scored on a walk, throwing error, and sacrifice fly in the bottom of the first. Kobe Rowling from Sonoma State College. Did time at Feather River Community College as well. And he takes the ball, 1-0. Jake Morrell, the left-hander from William Jessup on the mound, gave up the infield hit to Gamble, then 3 straight strikeouts to end the first inning. There's a chopper to the right side, handled by the first baseman, McGraw. Going to flip it to Morrell. He's going to have to hurry. He got there just in time to beat the sliding Kobe Rowling. So nifty play by the Potters, just like they've been practicing all spring. And that'll bring up Aiden Romero, the third baseman. Aiden out of Clayton Valley High School. Comes up here, a right-hand hitter against the left-hander Jake Morrell, who was retired 4 straight after that infield single to start the game by Andrew Gamble. Romero, a big right-handed hitter against a big left-handed pitcher. So a good matchup as the players on the left side try to shade their eyes from the sun at third base, at shortstop, and left field. That's Hanson, Winters, and Liao. Breaking ball misses for Jake. Your favorite guy right there, Riley. 2 hands, 2 beers. Lined into right field, giving room as Lavin, but he's right there. Reaches up and makes a nice stab for the out. And then looks a little disgusted with himself for making it look as hard as he did. Well hit ball, though, by Romero. Lavin's right there for the second out, and bring up Rocco Giametti, who I think, Riley, is our Dueling Dogs batter of the game. It's a tall drink of water he is from the left side. But I have to wait for confirmation. Yes, it is. There's the barks. Giametti out of San Ignatius High School in San Francisco. Up here against the left-hander Jake Morrell, and he takes a slider outside, 1-0. Julian Delphin, the shortstop, is next. If he strikes out, half off Dueling Dogs will go down the first base line to the Brick and Barrel backyard. That's the place you get it here, Riley. I know you can get it anywhere. You just say, I'm Riley, and they just bring it to you. Misses again, does Jake Morrell. 1-0. At least Stones isn't here to do his terrible dog impersonation. 2-0 pitch is chopped foul, 2-1, so we're 1/3 of the way there. Piper the Peacock is in attendance. I forgot to mention that. It sometimes slips my mind. You know, I'm involved with what color the jerseys are and where the water slides are. Sometimes I don't mention Piper the Peacock, and I think he goes to the, the brass, says he's not getting his mentions on the YouTube stream. So Piper, Piper, Piper. That'll do it. 2-1, that's got to be a strike, 2-2. So 2/3 of the way to a half off Dueling Dogs. Already got $4 off Farmers Brewing. So, I mean, maybe you go get one of each. Wow, that's a tremendous idea. Wow. Half off, $4 off. 3-2. Nothing against Mr. Giametti, but I like to see my fans quench their thirsts whenever possible. Oh, Willie's bringing out the big dogs on the soundtrack now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We are in the top of the second inning from Lincoln. Check swing, and it's down low for a ball, so the ump was not in on it. And Giametti will go down to first base. Second base runner for the Red Tails. It'll bring up the shortstop, Julian Delphin, out of San Mateo High School. Wearing number 3, playing at shortstop. I saw some kids in bathing suits, Riley, and I was beginning to wonder if I'd have too many mushrooms, but no. There's a slow chopper out to short, cut off by the third baseman, Hanson. Over to first, and he got him. Good play, Jason Hanson. Good inning, Jake Morrell. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Potters 1, the Red Tails nothing.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Bottom of inning number 2. Riley reminds me that I left off that half inning saying how much I was on mushrooms. And Riley, thank you for pointing that out. I was just saying that I was seeing people in bathing suits in the crowd, but now I know because we have the water slide out front, and even driven home more to me as we saw the race, the Piper second inning race around, and we had, for once, it wasn't about how Piper disappointed us. It was about the girl who, even though the guy ahead of her cut first base and got an early lead, she just motored around the bases and just swept, like Usain bolted the guy, getting all the way around, won it, not quite a photo finish, but won it going away, and got a very rousing ovation from this very large crowd out here in McBean Stadium. So a very good winner on Piper's race, even though Piper, although I do give Piper credit, because the sitting out in at second base, sunning himself, holding up the reflector, I like that. That was a good bit. That's a good bit by Piper. All right, let's go back to the ball game. Brady Rinaldo will be our first hitter, followed by Ethan Liao and Ryan Villanueva, the first 3 Potters, against Ethan Baloney. First pitch is fouled out of play from Brady, who was 0 for 4 in his first game for the Potters after a great season at Sierra College. All Big 8 conference, and his team went to the Final Four in the state, which is a tremendous accomplishment. In any state, even if it's a small state like Delaware or something. Watch out inside. I can't think of any state that getting to the Final Four wouldn't be an impressive accomplishment. New Hampshire, okay, you might have me. Vermont, I know, is tough. So don't even start on Vermont. Maybe chopper foul ball, third baseline. Maybe New Hampshire. But I know Vermont. Vermonters are tough. And Rhode Island just has a chip on their shoulder because they're Rhode Island, So, yeah, I think Final Four would be any state. Now, if you move into the middle and you want to go Final Four in Montana, if you want to quibble with that, okay. I personally think Montana's okay. Kansas is kind of overlooked sometimes. 1 and 2 on Rinaldo. Swings and fouls it off the catcher's glove, so he'll stay alive. Riley agreed with Kansas. Once you get to the West Coast, they're all, New Mexico, Arizona, kind of interchangeable, but still, if you're in the Final Four in Arizona, that means you're playing baseball outside in Arizona. So you got to get recognized for that. Fastball, inside corner, he got the call, strike 3. First strikeout for Ethan Baloney. And first out here in the bottom of the second, and Ethan Liao will be the hitter, making his first appearance out of Dublin, California, and Gardner-Webb University. I like Gardner-Webb University. I don't know their mascot. Riley, let's look that up. Was that Money for Nothing? Was that his walk-up song? Ethan's my favorite player. Fouls it off. Running Bulldogs. Gardner-Webb, the running Bulldogs. See, I don't know about people who put adjectives in front of their mascot. Running Bulldogs? Bulldogs aren't really fast. Am I right? They're not. So maybe that's why you got them running. Like, well, I mean, Lincoln's the Fighting Zebras. So, but that tells you what kind of zebra you got. There's a good-looking breaking pitch, but the umpire did not agree. And he was right. 2-1, but it was pretty close. So running Bulldogs from Gardner-Webb. What does a running Bulldog look like? That's what's the key. I mean, he's not moving. He takes ball 3. Oh, he just looks like a regular Bulldog. See, it's just a regular Bulldog. But you can't call him the regular. He looks very mean, I'll say that for him. He looks, I mean, he should be a, I guess you can't call him the pissed off Bulldogs. Inside, ball 4, Liao gets the base on balls. So his first plate appearance is not a plate appearance, and he goes down to first base. Because Georgia's the Bulldogs, and it looks very similar to the Georgia Bulldog. I like him, though. He looks like a kind of a rough dog, but he'll do what you say if he likes you. Meeting at the mound is, I think they're going to, Bologna has been throwing the ball very well. He's missed a couple, very close calls, which, according to my TrackMan, the umpire has been right on top of. So, I mean, nothing really to be concerned about. Ryan Villanueva is coming to the plate, and we're checking more Bulldogs. Wonder if there's like a standard Bulldog if your team's the Bulldogs. So they're the running Bulldogs. All right, Gardner-Webb, nice talking to you. Ryan Villanueva, the catcher, will be the batter. He is out of Brea, California. Hits him at Fullerton College, as we had a pretty long meeting out there. Which is fine. I mean, maybe they want to get some airtime. Riley, did you have the camera on the manager going on? Okay, good. We want to get him and his people some views. That's good. We welcome all the Red Tail fans who have found us on YouTube. I like your uniforms already. Obviously, a tremendously inspirational name. So you got off to a good start. Fastball outside to Villanueva. Ryan is 3 for 8 on the season so far. Couple runs batted in, mixed in there. It's a little blooper out into right field. That is a sliding try, and he'll get by the right fielder, Gamble. Round second is Liao. He's going to head for third. The throw comes in. It's a double for Ryan Villanueva, and the Potters are in business. Second and third, 1 out here in the second. Gamble with a tremendous try, tried to slide in and catch it to his side, couldn't make the play. And Liao took it all the way right away, all the way to third, and Villanueva gets into second base ahead of the throw, and that brings up Kenneth Winters. We may have just seen the birth of a great media performer or the death. I'll leave it to you fans to figure it out. Luke Statwalker wants me to say the right fielder took a gamble on that one because his name is Gamble. And I have to give him credit for having the guts to even suggest it. Considering when I got him on the mic, he didn't want to say anything, and now he's throwing me lines. Good job, Luke Statwalker. You're number 1 in the rankings now. Winters hits a ground ball into the hole, cut off by the third baseman. They're going to have to hurry to get Kenneth at first, and its throw pulls the first baseman off, and everybody is safe. Liao scores. Villanueva had to stay at second base. It's an RBI for Winters. And the Potters still in business, first and second with 1 out. Now we go back to the top of the order, and Jake Lavin. We'll just leave it there, Statwalker. We'll see what happens with it. I mean, like I say, bold move. It was a bold strategy, Cotton. Is that what they said in dodgeball? I think that's exactly what Statwalker's doing. I like the confidence the kid has. Lavin takes high and outside. Jake got a base on balls to start off the bottom of the first inning. Later came around and scored. Nalo started the inning with a strike 3 call, then a walk to Leao. Villanueva, or Ryan as I call him, blooped a double into right field that Gamble took a shot at, couldn't get it, and now Winters an infield single. Breaking ball down low. Nice block by Holmes behind the plate. Two nothing Potters in the second. Beautiful night out here. Great crowd, having a great time. Water slides in front of the park. So there are, some of the fans aren't being counted tonight because they're out there sliding down the water slide. Strike call on Jake. Jake came in at 500, got a base on balls the first time, so he sits at 500. Pops that one up out of play. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Red Tails with a pitcher getting up to kind of warm up down the left field line. I think this is their first game, so you just don't know. You don't want to pitch to anybody too many pitches or anything. You want to get everybody a taste of the action. They'll be here for 3 games, though, so everybody will get a taste of the action. Outside to 11. Full count to Jake. 3 balls and 2 strikes is how that works. Just 1 out, so runners probably will not be going. Fastball misses outside, and Lavin takes the base on balls. Villanueva goes to third. Winters at second. Lavin now at first. Still just 1 out in the inning. The Ronaldo strikeout to start us off. And Tristan Russell, who's piling up the RBIs. He had a 3-run home run in game 2. He had 5 RBI last game. He's already got a sacrifice fly in this one. He had a fly ball out to Scott Romaine in left field. And a tremendous throw to the plate, but just skipped by the catcher. Swings and misses at a high fastball. Looks like Dari Liuzzi out of Willamette College. Right-hander down there in the pen. Throwing for the Red Tails. 0-1 on Russell with Ty McGraw to follow. Little chopper down the first baseline. That is a fair ball. Step on first is the only play. So Russell grounds out, gets another RBI. Scoring is Villanueva. Moving up, Lavin and Winters. Russell gets his 2nd run batted in the day, and now Ty McGraw is the hitter. Ty looped a single into left field his first time up. He is 9 for 16 on the season. Russell now with 10 runs batted in. But 2 outs here in the second inning. Potters have scored twice. Outside to Ty from Gardendale, Alabama. 6'3", 225 pounds. Outfield, pretty much straight away for Ty, and they're giving him a lot of room, especially in right field. Nice breaking pitch. Misses somewhere, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on Ty McGraw. Ethan Baloney on the mound for the Red Tails. Look out, that's high and inside. Got an open base at first. You got Jason Hansen coming up next. Might not see Baloney if he doesn't get McGraw here with Liuzzi warming up out in the pen. He's been throwing for a couple of minutes now. McGraw probably with the green light here. He does, and he fouls it off. 3-1 on Ty. 2 teams meet again tomorrow night. 6:05, we're on the air, about 5:50 or so. It's Disney night. It's fireworks night. It's all going on tomorrow night. It's all going on tonight, really. Foul back to the screen again, so it's a full count. Comes all the way back from 3-0, does Baloney. I know he has it full on Ty McGraw. Then on Sunday, 105 to cap off the series. Potters then have Monday off, and then we'll take on Marysville Giants, it looks like, on Tuesday. Our first of 6 straight Tuesday night games out here. In the dirt, McGraw gets the base on balls. Tuesday nights look like there's Thirsty Thursdays, but there's also 2 for Tuesdays or something. They're all Tuesdays and Thursdays are beer nights out here. That's all I can say. Here's Jason Hansen. He's the 8th batter in the inning. Flied to right field his first time up. Fastball outside. 1-0 on Jason Hansen. He's followed by Brian Williams Jr. in the Potters order. Eli Garcia, the manager, going for his 4th win in 5 tries. The only blemish was a loss to the Novato Knicks on Monday, 7-6. Breaking balls hit high in the air and hit well to left field, but Romaine has room. He'll make the catch in medium deep left field for the out. Potters scored twice. We go to the 3rd. They're up 3.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Welcome back. A little bit extra break there so I could hear that guy read that commercial because he does a great job. Also, the Lincoln Marching Band was out there. I think they were playing Freebird or something. It was going on for a while. So somebody yelled Freebird. Maybe that's what it was. But they did a great job in entertaining the crowd here before the top of the 3rd. Zane Silas Holmes is the hitter, the catcher out of Laney College. He will be followed by Andrew Gamble and Gavin Soper. So it's 9-1-2 for the Red Tails here in the top of inning number 3. They trail it 3-0. Swing and a miss by Holmes. 0-1. We got water slides out front. We got the Lincoln High Band playing. They're probably playing any request. They'll do Inagata DeVita next. Then American Pie. They'll do it all. They specialize in over 7-minute songs. 0-2 now on Zane Silas Holmes. Fastball call, strike 3, inside corner. 4th strikeout for Jake Morrell through the first 9 hitters, and here's Andrew Gamble, who has the only hit of the game for the Red Tails. He had an infield single back to start the game. So the right fielder out of Antioch High School is 1 for 1. Here's Gamble. Slices it down the right field line. That's a foul ball, giving chase first baseman Ty McGraw, but he will not be swift enough of foot to get to that one, and it is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Andrew Gamble. 1 out here in the 3rd. Misses with the breaking ball as Jake. It's outside. 1-1. It's weird seeing band members just carrying their tubas and trumpets all around, you know. Actually, probably not a tuba. That's a trombone or something, man. Yeah. Just, I mean, you can't carry one of those and not be a musician. It's in there for a strike. Jake at 86 miles an hour. Went 5 innings in the first game. Gave up 2 runs, 1 earned, struck out 6 in that game. Gave up only 3 hits and retired 14 of the last 15 batters he faced. Breaking ball misses. 2-2. Andrew Gamble wearing number 10 in the, I guess we'll call them forest green jerseys. Unless you come up with anything big better, Riley. I like him. It's a good look. Chops it foul. Now, I was asking you guys if any pro team uses that, and Luke Stoutwalker said that he thought the Rockies like alternate jerseys or something. Where's that color? But Rockies jerseys are not green. I mean, I've seen the Rockies a lot. You know, maybe they have alternate ones. I think there's maybe too many jerseys running around, but they're aimed at your dad because he'll buy them all. He doesn't care. The Giants came up. It doesn't matter what kind of jersey they came up with. He'd get it. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball down in the dirt, holds up. Good. The snow cone family is here. You like to see a family with a snow cone coming in. Especially the suicide. I don't know if they still call it that, but we did back in the day when you put all the flavors in there. Dude, okay, good. That's something that's lasted out through the ages. Yeah, of course, slushies too. 3-2 pitches down low, ball 4. So Gamble is on. He's the only guy that's been on base for the Red Tails, and he's been there twice now. And with 1 out, that'll bring up Gavin Soper. Struck out, did the center fielder his first time up. Coming out of Redwood High School. I believe that's in Larkspur, California. But if it's not, I'm sorry. Don't give me the shrug emoji, Riley. You got to be accurate with this stuff if you're going to say it. Just a technicality. Soper pops that one foul. To our left, it's 0-1. Checking out Bill down at Fat Cat. I can see right into his stand now, and I can see that he's always busy down there. He's got people coming by him all the time, and it's hard to walk by that thing and not grab a sausage or hot dog or something. Soper takes outside, 1-1. Got like that open air market feel, like you walk by. Oh, they got the Mexican tent over there. They got tremendous. You had the burrito bowl the other day, right? Oh, fantastic. Sabotas de Mexico, I believe it's called, but I probably butchered that. Fastball right down the middle. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. It's gotten cool pretty quickly here. Reasonably cool, not cool. I'm not saying that, right. Breaking ball held up, looked beautiful. Call the ball. just outside the edges. 2-2 on Gavin Soper. Terrell Scott Remain, the left fielder, is on deck, the number 3 hitter for the Red Tails, as we move along into the top of the 3rd inning here at McBean Stadium. 2-2 coming from Jake. Fastball, and that's going to be called strike 3 inside corner. Second call, 3rd strike of the inning for Jake Morrell. That's 2 outs, and Gamble still over at first base. Terrell Scott Remain is the hitter. A left fielder out of Chabot College. Struck out back in the 1st inning. Gamble with a very short lead over at first base. Morrell, the plate is hit sharply out to shortstop. Backhanded out there. Gunned across the diamond. Not in time. So Remain beats it out, and a ground ball to the right of Kenny Winters. He threw it across his body as soon as he got it, but Remain quickly down the line picks up the infield single. 2nd hit for the Red Tails, and they now have runners at 1st and 2nd with 2 outs, and Caleb Catalano will be the hitter. Caleb out of the College of Sequoia struck out his first time up to end the top of the 1st inning. So he's up here with a chance to do some damage for the Red Tails with a walk and an infield single after 2 are out. Fastball just misses outside. Remain didn't waste any time, hit the ball on the ground. He was out of the batter's box from the right side to beat that out. It's pretty impressive. And he's at first base with Gamble at 2nd and a 1-0 count on Caleb Catalano. Morrell delivers down low. It's 2-0. Kobe Rowling would be next. Catalano playing at first base for the Red Tails. That slice down the right field line. It'll be foul over by Brick and Barrel backyard. Hope the guy made a play down there. Too busy, you know. There's a lot of people he can't sell to today, though, because of the water slides. Got a younger demographic in here today. That's what water slides will do for you. Two and one. Chopper into the hole. Winters will have it. He'll go to 3rd for the easy out and get it. Fielder's choice for Kenneth Winters to end up the 3rd inning. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. Potter's on top 3-0.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more.
Bottom of inning number 3 out at McBean Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low along with Riley the engineer. Willie Preston on the PA. Carson is the intern coordinator. Luke Statwalker is the Point Street guy and also comedy writer, although it looks like they've changed spots over there. Now we've got a new guy. Who's that guy? Spencer's here. Oh, hey, Spencer. How's it going? He didn't check in with me. Here's a line drive out to center field by Williams. Going back is Soper. Still going back. That's over his head. Off the center field fence, the throw comes in, and Brian Williams, maybe the best hit ball we've seen all year, or maybe second to Tristan Wessel's home run. That one off the fence in center field, and Williams is at second base. He had one like that in the first game of the season. The center fielder made a tremendous catch. I believe his name was Adrian Ruiz, and he made a tremendous catch from Novato. But that one was over the head of Soper in center field, and Williams is at second base as we were talking to Spencer, who doesn't know the hierarchy. He didn't even check in with me, Riley, when he came in. Seems like a nice fellow, though. You know, seems like a nice guy. I hope they didn't get rid of Luke Statwalker. I was just getting to like that kid. Maybe I wasn't. Here's Brady Ronaldo. Breaking ball inside for a ball. That's the fourth hit for the Potters in this one. Williams with the double. He flied to left his first time up. Came in at 333. Oh, I see. Spencer has a guardian angel with Willie Preston. And Spencer brought him some goodies, and all of a sudden he gets to sit in the seat and everything. Oh, I see how it works around here. I see how it works. Now he goes straight from bringing stuff to Willie to go into TrackMan. There goes Williams. The pitch is high. The throw will not be in time. And Brian with a perfect steal of third. And he is there with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Ronaldo a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Remind me, Riley, we got to get some information on Spencer. I need a college or something. I need to know what's going on with that guy. Fastball, that's a nice looking pitch by Loney in there for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on the Potters second baseman. Brady out of Roseville, California. And as we said, Sierra College. Tremendous season this past year. Watches that one go outside. Holmes keeps it from going to the backstop, but it goes to a full count at 3-2. Williams doubled and then stole third to lead off the inning, and Ronaldo, the second hitter in the inning, and he has a full count of 3-2. And that one misses outside. That's the 5th walk given up by Bologna, and it will bring up Ethan Liao. The newcomer who walked his first time up comes up here with runners at first and third and nobody out. Ethan coming through us from Dublin, California. And he does have Money for Nothing. That's a good walk-up song. It's a good walk-up song, Willie. Yes, I know it's Dire Straits. Pops it up out of play. Like, I don't know that's Dire Straits. I saw Dire Straits at Arco Arena. And they played that song, and I said, who is that? I don't know who it is. And they said, Willie knows, call him. So I did. He doesn't care. He has Spencer bringing him stuff. He doesn't care what we say. There's a ground ball out to shortstop. You get a second for one. They'll go to first, and ball throw gets through. And going to second base will be Liao. RBI as Williams scores. It's a fielder's choice. Error on the throw by the second baseman after the double play. Ronaldo is out at second base. Third error for the Red Tails here, and Liao is at second with Ryan Villanueva, the hitter. Potters up now 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. And here's Villanueva, who doubled his first time up, hit a blooper to right field, and Andrew Gamble came on and tried to make a play, couldn't do it. Villanueva takes a breaking ball, nice pitch in there for a strike. I was going to say that Luke Statwalker said that Andrew took a gamble on it, but since he's been banished, I didn't want to get him in more trouble. I guess he tried to get a little too cute. Gone. Spencer's in. He's out. Wild pitch gets away, and going to third is Liao. As Holmes runs it down. 1-1 now on Ryan Villanueva out of Brea, California, from Fullerton College. 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking ball's fouled off down the third base line, 1-2. Wanted to give a shout out to the Red Tails infrastructure. I'm on their website. You know, they got a lot of information here, not about the players or anything, but about the organization. General Manager Christian Merriweather. Shout out to Christian helping out there, and the Vice President of Player Development, Marcus Chiu. The two of them. I don't have the manager's name. I was looking for that. Try to give him his due. Fastball is inside. We're going to work on it, though. I can put them together. Somebody put together a website just like that, Riley. You know some people, don't you? You know people that can do that. Yeah. There are people out there that put together websites for you. Two balls and 2 strikes. Check swing down the first base line. That is a foul ball, I believe. Yes, it is. Well played by Catalano at first, as he knows a runner on third base, so he let that one go foul rather than field it and allow the run to score. So Villanueva will have to come back and do it again. But now it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count on Ryan. Kenneth Winters will follow him, barring some sort of miraculous double play situation. That one's hit deep to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. It is gone. Ryan Villanueva explodes on a fastball down the left field line, and it's 6-0 Potters. First home run of the season for Ryan. He now has 4 RBIs. He knew it right away. He had a better angle. Could tell it was going to stay fair. There was no doubt about the contact, and Villanueva's in the home run column for the Potters in 2025. Kenneth Winters is going to have to follow that. He's the shortstop, comes out from Lincoln, California. And as we found out the other day, Carlin C. Coppin Elementary School. So he's up here with 1 out and 3 runs in for the Potters. Fastball is in there for a strike. 0-1. Winters singled in a run his first time up, an infield single. Scored Ethan Leal from third base. That one's in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Great crowd out here for Friday night. Great weekend underway. Tomorrow, 6:05. Remember the early start because we got fireworks after the game. And we also have Disney night tomorrow, so there's a lot going on. Get your tickets if you don't already have them. LincolnPotters.com for tickets and information. Two balls and 1 strike on Winters. Hits it sharply out towards shortstop, handled by Delphin. He's going to have to hurry at first base. He got him by a step. Good throw by the shortstop, Delphin. Winters is retired for the second out here in the third. It goes back to the top of the order, Jake Lavin. Jake, 2 at-bats, 2 walks in this game. Scored back in the first, was stranded at second in the second. And he's up here for his 3rd time. Came in at 8 for 16. Potters have scored 3 times. The big blow, the 2-run homer by Ryan Villanueva. That's in the dirt for a ball. Misses outside. 2-0 on Jake. Out of Laguna Beach, California. And UC Berkeley. Still haven't changed. I've had the 3rd iteration of this roster, Riley, and it still says he's 29 years old. And he's not. I checked the birth date. But it just gives him a maturity beyond his years. You know, when you look at him and you say, oh, 29, yeah. He handles himself like an older guy, yeah. 3-0, works the walks and everything. He's the guy on road trips that says, don't make me come back there when guys are messing around. Well, he'll walk for the 3rd straight time. And here's Tristan Russell, who's been up twice. He's hit a sacrifice fly and a ground out and has 2 RBI. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound. That may be it for Bologna. We had Liuzzi warming up, but I think we have a different guy. No, that's still Dario Liuzzi. I think we're going to get a new pitcher, as Bologna's pitch counts ballooned a little bit here in the 3rd inning. Again, I don't have the coach's name, but I do like his hat. That's an awesome. Is that like a sombrero he's got there, Riley? What has he got? It's just a. You forget what they're called, but I'm wrong. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Why did I get no help around here? Spencer's looking at me like he knows, and he won't tell me either. Spencer said it's a hat. Oh, a sun hat. Yeah, okay. I'll live with that. I'll live with that. Sun hat. So the manager's sun hat goes out, and Bologna is staying out there. And the manager's having a little chat with the home plate umpire. As Tristan Russell makes his way to home plate with a bat, so he is the next batter. Out of Cypress, Texas, Mr. Tristan Russell, 6'1", 195. He's a little younger than Jake Lavin, according to this. Just 20 years old, not 29. A blooper up the middle. Shortstop comes over. He'll make the play. That is Delphin for the out. So 3 runs for the Potters in the 3rd. We go to the 4th. They're on top, 6-0.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not 1 but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Silverado grill, and I buy the bar double
Top of the 4th inning, Potters on top 6-0. Jake Morrell out for another inning. He'll face Kobe Rowling, Aiden Romero, and Rocco Giametti. And we're just now getting the information on the Ryan Villanueva home run, 364 feet and 100 miles an hour off the bat. I see you learned your lesson on that, Carson. Well done. And put Spencer down. Dock a couple of points for Spencer. He should have had me that information before. I'm glad you banished him from the place. I'm glad you banished him. So now, Riley, we got to have Ryan come up and sign that, our Post-it note with all the info on his home run. All right, so Kobe Rolling will lead it off. Grounded out to first base his first time up, so Kobe is 0 for 1 against the left-hander Jake Morrell. Hits it sharply out to second base. Ronaldo scoops it up over to first, and that is a quick out to start the top of the fourth inning. And Aiden Romero will be the hitter. The third baseman fly to right field his first time up. Jake Lavin doing a little pirouette and making a stab at the last moment to rob Romero of extra bases. According to my information, Aiden comes to us from Clayton Valley High School, and my information is just me looking up on the internet. It takes me a while, Riley. I know you're looking at me like, wow. We got people carrying 2 snow cones. We got people carrying 2 beers. And Riley says, I want to see somebody carrying 2 hot dogs. And I said, why? He said, because I can have one. And that's a cry for help, man. We got to send Spencer to get you a hot dog or something. That's what we got to do. 0-1 on Romero. Nice looking slider. Misses inside. 1-1. Potters with 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. And they lead at 6-0. Ryan Villanueva with a big hit, the 2-run home run, his first of the season. That's hit foul sharply down the first base line. Scatters some Potters out in front of their dugout. So it is now 1-2 on Aiden Romero, with Rocco Giametti, the designated hitter, to follow. He is also the Dueling Dogs batter today. That's chopped out to second base. Ronaldo goes to his right. He has it. Nice play, Brady, at second base, forward out. So 2 4-3s in the fourth inning, and that'll bring up Rocco Giametti. And he walked his first time up, disappointing fans who wanted half off Dueling Dogs. So let's see how it works out for the left-hand hitting DH this time. Morrell has given up 2 hits in 3 2/3 innings. He has struck out 5, and Willie has just figured out who's up, and he's turned on the soundtrack to the Dueling Dogs. And the fastball is, I thought, in there for a strike, but this umpire does not like people having beer. He just doesn't go for it. He would have been a great umpire during Prohibition. Even the scoreboard called it a strike. There's a grounder first base. Let it go foul. It doesn't go foul. And flip to the pitcher covering Morrell. He'll make the play. 3-1 the put out. 1-2-3 the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Potters on top 6-0.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
Bottom of inning number 4 from McBean Stadium. Potters on top 6-0. The new pitcher is Dario Liuzzi, the right-hander out of Willamette College. He'll relieve Ethan Bologna, who went 3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 6 runs. He walked 5 and struck out 1. His team did kind of let him down. There were 3 errors committed by the Red Tails. Here's Ty McGraw to start us off. He has singled and walked in this one. He'll be followed by Jason Hansen and Brian Williams Jr. Fastball sails outside, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Potters on top 6-0. Very pleasant evening out here now, as it's 2-0. Eli Garcia looking for his 4th win of the season as Potters manager. Brock Rackets with a lot of great things to say about Eli in our pregame today. We visited the Potter legend, Brock Rackets, the pitcher, the pitching coach. McGraw goes around on an off-speed pitch, and now with William Jessup, the national champion, D2 baseball. Jake Morrell, one of their pitchers, is throwing for the Potters. We've seen Eric Vassar also. Evan Williams has pitched so far in this season. A couple of other William Jessup players on the Potters. McGraw swings and misses at the fastball. It's 2-2. Probably see if maybe Will Urey will be back on the mound again tomorrow night. He pitched the 2nd game of the season back on Sunday. That's in the dirt, 3-2. Will out of Macefield, Texas. I believe he went into the transfer portal. I think I saw that on X, as we call it. The kids call it. I don't know what the kids call it. I call it X. The kids aren't on X. They're on Instagram. Isn't Instagram the one now, Riley? They're both? Okay, so X is still happening a little bit. Breaking ball. Nice looking pitch. Call strike 3. McGraw kind of gave up on that one, and it caught that outside corner. So here's Jason Hansen, who is fly to right and fly to left. 0 for 2 in this one, 1 for 7 on the season. The Roseville product out of UC Davis. Right-hand hitter. Brother Gerald also listed on the roster, so we should be seeing him at some point this year. Hansen takes outside, 1-0. Brian Williams Jr. follows. He's ringing double off the fence in center field his last time up. Hansen takes a fastball, misses inside, 2-0. Tomorrow, 6:05, same 2 teams. Earlier start because we got fireworks afterwards. We've got Disney characters. It's Disney night, so I guess we'll have, what's your guess? Belle, probably Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Fastball inside again, 3-0. Maybe the Little Mermaid. Maybe what's that one? Lilo and Stitch has got the huge movie now, so maybe Lilo, is they Disney? Okay, good. How about Moana? See, I'm throwing all these names out, Riley, and they're not giving me anything. That's in there for a strike. Because, I mean, the OGs, the Sleeping Beauties, the Snow Whites, are they being pushed out by the kids? Snow White's still, she's an OG, Cinderella. Cinderella's going to be in the house. You know that. Hansen takes call, strike 2. 3-2. Well, Star Wars is Disney now, but we have our own Star Wars night. So, yeah, so that they won't mix and match that. You're not going to have Princess Leia and Cinderella out here. Not a bad idea, though. Hansen takes call, strike 3. So 2 called third strikes in the inning for The new pitcher, Dari Liuzzi. And here's Brian Williams Jr., who's flied to left and doubled up the center field fence. Out of Midwest City, Oklahoma, and Dallas Baptist University, Brian Williams. He is 6 for 17 on the season. The young season, or summer. That's inside and low. Matt Lundgren, general manager, part owner of the Potters, walking around behind home plate, just looking tough. You know, looking like he's going to do general manager things or something. Or maybe get a beer, which probably is general managering too. Where's your hot dog, Riley? Didn't you send away for that a while ago? Williams takes a strike. Usually he's been pretty impressive in this inning with the 2 called third strikes. And he is even with Brian Williams Jr., 1 ball and 1 strike here. Bottom of inning number 4 from McBean Stadium, lovely Lincoln, California. Williams takes outside, the slider misses, so it's 2-1. Just a super crowd out here on a Friday night. Turned into a rather pleasant Friday night. Supposed to be a little warm tomorrow, but we got beer specials, so we'll take care of that. That's the way we combat the heat. Williams takes outside, 3-1. Brady Rinaldo in the on-deck circle if Williams should reach base. Brian, if he does walk or get a hit, is obviously always a threat to steal. He's pilfered a couple of bases already this season. Inside, ball 4. So he'll go down to first base with 2 outs, and that will bring up Brady Rinaldo. He has walked and struck out so far, looking for his first hit of the summer with the Potters, the Sierra College product. They were Wolverines, which is a good name, Wolverines. It's fierce, you know, Wolverine. Nobody accuses Wolverines of not being fierce. I don't mean the Hugh Jackman Wolverines. I mean Wolverines. That's true. Hugh Jackman's pretty fierce, too. Outside for a ball. Nice job by Holmes behind the plate to block that one. One ball and no strikes. There goes Williams. Pitches outside. Holmes will not even throw. Kind of was off balance trying to catch the ball outside. Came up and was not in position to make the throw, and Williams slides in with a stolen base, his second of the game. And he's now in a scoring position for Brady Rinaldo. There he goes again. The pitch is outside, and he will stand up in that one. Once he's going, he didn't like to stop. I don't know, maybe Brian Lightning Williams, something like that. I don't know, because I mean the guy's fast, and that one is a stand-up steal of third base, which doesn't happen that often. Now it takes it right down the middle for a strike. (3-1) coming up from Liuzzi, the second pitcher. Breaking ball high and inside. And I think we're going to have a balk call before the pitch was delivered, and Williams scores. Brian kind of manufactured that run all by himself. He walked, stole 2 bases, and then I think he probably baited Liuzzi into the balk. And he will get the welcome, the hero's welcome over there by the dugout as he scores the 7th run of the game for the Potters, first here in the 4th. And Rinaldo will do it again, 3-1. Chopped down the third baseline. That's a foul ball handled by the dugout people, the dugout personnel of the Red Tails. Will be here tomorrow and Sunday afternoon. That one is a 1:05 start. I think every Sunday is a Slice Sunday. Isn't that right, Willie? Slice Sunday? Yeah, I thought so. Probably other stuff, too. They don't tell me everything. Ronaldo takes the ball 4. 7 walks now by the Red Tails pitchers, and here is Ethan Liao. He walked back in the second inning, and then fielder's choice, an RBI in the third. He scored twice. Out of Dublin, California. Throwing down some Dire Straits, some guitar riffs on Money for Nothing. That's his walk-up tune. That misses outside and low and off-speed pitch from Liuzzi. Ryan Villanueva on deck, coming off that 2-run home run last time at the plate. That one's lined down the right field line. That could be trouble. Gamble's on the run. He won't get there. And it's all the way to the fence. Here comes around third, Rinaldo. The throw will be cut off. It's an RBI double for Ethan Liao, and it's an 8-0 Potters lead. Put that one in the perfect spot. Picks up his second RBI of the night. That is the 6th hit for the Potters, and it'll bring up Ryan Villanueva, who last time went just as far the other way, and that time he got it out of here. Liao, 1 or 2 hops to the fence out there in right field. With 2 outs, Rinaldo could go on contact, and he scored easily. So here's Villanueva. 4 runs batted in on the season. He is 2 for 2 today with 2 runs scored and 2 runs driven in. He doubled in the second inning as well. Nice looking pitch is in there for a strike on the inside corner. Oh and 1 on Villanueva. Kenneth Winters on deck. Outside, nice block by Holmes, but there goes the runner. He'll get it to third. So Liao is at third with 2 outs. First 2 batters struck out in the inning, then a walk to Williams, who stole second and third, scored on a balk. Rinaldo a walk. Liao delivers the double to right field, and now he's at third after the wild pitch. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Ryan Villanueva. Sails high and inside. Holmes keeps that one from going to the backstop, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Villanueva out of Brea, California, and Fullerton College. Currently 5 for 10 in the summer with 4 runs batted in after that 2-run home run. Outside. 3-1. Liao at third. Liuzzi, the new pitcher. Villanueva takes, now another balk is called on Liuzzi. Not coming to a stop, I think, at the waist. And the second run via the balk scores this inning. Potters have put 3 more up on the board, and they lead at 9-0. I think Liuzzi always goes from the stretch, and I think he was kind of in his regular stretch pitching motion and forgot there's a guy at third. Villanueva check swing, but he went around, so it's 3-2. Ethan Bologna with the first 3 innings gave up 5 hits, walked 5, and Liuzzi has walked 2 in the inning, has 2 balks. He also has 2 strikeouts. Villanueva takes inside. Everybody on the field is leaving, but Villanueva is going down to first base. That'll bring up Kenneth Winters. RBI single in the second, ground out to shortstop in the third. So Kenneth is 1 for 2. He is 4 for 13 on the season. Kenneth Winters from Lincoln, California. Check swing, he went around. That's a strike, 0-1. 3 runs for the Potters here in the inning. They had 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. Now if they get another one and go 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be one for the ages. Nice block again by Holmes as that one is in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1 on Kenneth Winters. Jake Lavin, top of the order on deck. Jake with 3 walks to his name so far. Look out, that hit him. So Winters is going to go down to first base. This inning has gone south after a very good start by Liuzzi with 2 straight strikeouts on called third strikes. That's 2 walks, a double, another walk. So 3 walks and a hit batter and a double after 2 were out. And here's Jake Lavin. Moving to second base is Ryan Villanueva. So Lavin walked in the first, walked in the second, walked in the third. Now, he walked in the first and scored, walked in the second, got just a second, walked in the third, stopped at first. So, got to make some more forward progress after the walk there. Kind of tailing off a little bit, Jake. No activity for the Red Tails right now in their bullpen. Lavin takes a strike, 0-1. Gary Liuzzi from Willamette College on the hill for the California Red Tails in the dirt. They play in the Bay Area Collegiate League the same as the South Bay Storm Chasers that we played the other day. Also the Marysville Giants, who will be the opposition on Tuesday. And the Pleasanton Jacks, who will be coming into town later in June. Went around on that one, strike 2. Two on, 2 out, 3 in here in the 4th. Organist still playing a good tune. Dun, 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 dun. It's part of the ballpark ambiance, Riley. You got to be here. Lavin takes high and outside the fastball. Scoreboard says 3-2. My friend Riley says 2-2. Umpire will usually show it if it's different than the scoreboard. Oh, they called another balk. Okay. Lavin fouls that one back to the screen, so it would be 2-2 because the pitch would not have counted. They're just doing balks on the, on the down low now. I didn't even see him, didn't even yell at the guy or anything. Just went, hey, go over there. So Lavin with a couple of RBI possibilities out there. He's got 5 on the season so far. That one's fouled out of play. So Jake staying alive against Liuzzi. So it's Villanueva over at third. It's Winters at second base. Lavin's the 8th batter in the inning for the Potters. And this all after the first 2 batters struck out. High. That'll run the count full to 3-2. Scoreboard tried to give the old 4 balls, 2 strike count, which I didn't fall for. Got a new scoreboard coming, Riley. Breaking ball, misses outside. Lavin walks for the 4th straight time, which has got to at least tie some sort of record, 4 walks in 4 innings. And Tristan Russell will be the hitter. And coach is coming out. I didn't see anybody warming up, though, so I don't know what they'd be able to do. As the first 2 batters in the inning struck out, and since then, we've had 4 walks and a hit batter and a double by Ethan Liao. Just in the bottom of the 4th here. So still a lot of time to get some snow cones, get some beers, and hot dogs. Did you ever get your hot dog, Riley? What happened? Umpire's like, dude, you don't have anybody warming up. Let's figure out what we're going to do here. Making a slow but stately walk out there, and he does break it up. Like I said, I believe this is the first game of the season for the Red Tails. So here is Tristan Russell. RBI sacrifice fly in the first inning. RBI ground out in the second. Then he popped to shortstop. Little blooper out to Delphine in the third. So he is 0 for 2 with 2 RBI, 10 for the season. Ground ball out to second base. Rolling over to first for the out. So 9 batters up and 3 runs score for the Potters. Will go to the top of the 5th. They're on top 9-0.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Top of inning number 5, we come back from the smooth sounds of Riley Duncan. And we see Julian Delphin, Zane Holmes, and Andrew Gamble. 8-9-1 to face Jake Morrell out for his 5th inning of work. He's given up 2 hits and struck out 5. His fastball is just down too low, so it's 1-0 on Delphin, who grounded out to third his first time up. Jason Hansen making the play on a slow roller to his left. There's a line drive up the middle. That'll get down for a base hit. Solid strike by Delphin. 3rd hit for the Red Tails. And that'll bring up Zane Silas Holmes, the catcher. Out of Laney College, Holmes struck out looking his first time up back in inning number 3. So he is 0 for 1. Willie tried to switch dueling dog batters in the middle of the game. You can't do that. You can't do that, Willie. Morrell delivers down low. I know we're disappointed because the batter has hit the ball twice, or walked once and hit the ball the other time, but you can't just change to the next batter. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's right. That was the first batter of the 5th inning, huh? That was the Farmers to 5th. Oh. So if we force him at second base or he gets thrown out stealing, it still counts. I love Willie Preston's baseball. He's the best in the best. That's why the guy deserves not only a bobblehead, but a place in the Hall of Fame, because he comes up with these things. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike on Holmes, the number 9 hitter. Leadoff man is Andrew Gamble. He is on deck. As Delphin leads at first base. That one sails outside, 2-1. Tomorrow night, 6:05 first pitch. Disney night. Fireworks, all kinds of good stuff going on tomorrow night. Kinds of good stuff going on tonight. What can I say? Down low. So it goes to 3-1 on Zane Holmes, catcher out of Laney College. Down in Oakland, California. 3-1 pitch, and that'll be ball 4. So the first 2 runners on base here in the 5th inning for the Red Tails. Goes to the top of the order, and Andrew Gamble. Gamble has singled, infield single in the first, and he walked in the third. So he's been on base both times. Going to check out, that might be Nate Kujawski going out, the pitching coach. Going out to talk to his pitcher, Jake Morrell. Went through the first 4 innings, gave up just 2 hits, as we said. He's given up a hit and a walk here in this inning. That is his 2nd walk. He walked, no, make that his 3rd walk. He walked Gamble in the 3rd. He walked Giametti back in the 2nd inning. So 2 on and nobody out here in the 5th. And Gamble at the plate. Out of Antioch High School, playing right field for the Red Tails. Fastball in there for a strike on 1. Potter's looking for that double play ball on the infield. Get the comfortable lead 9-0, but you don't like to have a lot of base runners out there. Just not a good feeling no matter what the score is. Nice looking slider in there. Oh no, that's inside for a ball. 1-1, my bad. Just a little bit inside on Andrew Gamble. I was taken in by the allure of the pitch. I just fell for it. I was infatuated with it. That happens. I know I'm not supposed to. Line drive right field. That's down for a base hit. Picked up out there by Lavin. They're going to hold, I think, the runner at third base. The throw comes in and it's cut off. Going station to station with Delphin at third. 3 straight base runners for the Red Tails. 4th hit of the game for the visitors, and Andrew Gamble, his 2nd hit of the game, as Gavin Soper, who struck out twice, comes up to the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out in the top of the 5th. Potters were thinking about it. They probably were going to only have Jake go 5 innings. He does sat on the bench for a long time in a couple of these innings. Potters scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. Fastball's in there for a strike. Looks like Russell Pettis, the right-hander, is warming up for the Potters. So Jake has had some prolonged periods of rest on the bench. The Potters batted around in the 4th inning, and also scored 3 times in the 3rd inning. 0-1. Inside fastball moves Soper off the plate, but it's even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Terrell Scott remain on deck, the left fielder. He legged out a hit his last time up. Soper takes a strike. Good location, good fastball by Jake Morrell at 86. It's about what he started out with the fastball. Looking to get Soper for the 3rd time tonight in a big situation here in the 5th inning. Outfield straight away, pretty deep in center field for Soper. And right as well. Here's the 1-2 coming up from Morrell. Chopper foul as Gavin stays alive. You don't see a lot of Gavins anymore. I like that name, Gavin. You don't know any Gavins, do you? No. Gavin McLeod, the skipper of the Love Boat, obviously. But that's the only one I know. I don't know him that well personally. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-2. Morrell thought he had it, but didn't get it. It's a little bit outside. Perfect position. You're trying to get the batter to wave at that one. But Soper might have been fooled, and so he didn't. But be that as it may, he's still up there. There's a grounder, weak grounder first baseman's going to get it. He's going to flip to the pitcher covering, and he's got him at first base. Very close play over there. Soper's going to get himself an RBI as coming in to score was Delphin. Good job by Morrell getting over there. So Soper gets the RBI. Tried to give it to Gamble, but I couldn't do it. Moving to third is Holmes. Now at second is Gamble, and now I think we're going to have a pitching change for the Potters. As Morrell probably got to his pitch limit, or let's see what's going to go on. But Eli Garcia going out to talk to him, and we expect we'll see Russell Pettis coming on for the Potters. We'll wait till they make it official here, and they do. So Jake Morrell's going to exit. We have a new pitcher coming in. We'll be back with that information right after this. We're in the top of inning number 5. Potters on top 9-1.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Russell Pettis, the new pitcher for the Potters. He is out of Elk Grove, California, and Cal State Northridge. Third appearance of the season. His only problem, he's been throwing the ball well, but he's walked 5 guys in 2 innings. And so that has been the problem. He's up here now with runners at second and third, and Romaine takes a swing at that one and misses it. 89 from Russell Pettis. So he has 3 innings and 5 walks. Swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch right there. As Romaine really trying to time that one. At 90, Russell gets to 90. He's got runners at second and third as the Red Tails are threatening to make things interesting out here. A couple of hits in this inning, and they've scored their first run of the game. Gamble at second, over at third is Holmes. Swing and a miss. 1-2-3 with the power by Pettis. That one he got to 91 on, and here's Caleb Catalano, who has struck out and into a fielder's choice. Catalano out of College of Sequoia. 0 for 2 so far. Swings and misses at that one. Pettis took a little bit off. It came in about 80, and it's 0-1. Oh, and 2, another breaking ball. Delphin and Gamble with hits in this inning. Soper got the RBI on the ground out, but Pettis is trying to shut the door. He got Romaine on strikes, and now he's going after Catalano. And he hits it hard, but hits it foul over out near the parking lot area out there. Willie used to have a bunch of great sound effects about glass breaking and stuff. He doesn't play those anymore. Or maybe he just misplaced it or something. Still 0-2 on Caleb Catalano. That one just misses off speed. Catalano takes it. 1-2. Piper the Peacock hanging out because at the beginning of the 6th innings when he runs his best deal, when he runs that dance contest. I always tell Riley, get the cameras going because you're going to see some dancing. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Russell Pettis comes in and puts a stop to that nonsense. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Potters on top, 9-1.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Bottom of inning number 5, Potters 9, Red Tails 1. Derry Liuzzi is back out on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. He relieved Ethan Baloney, who went the first 3, gave up 5 hits and 6 runs, walked 5, struck out 1. Ty McGraw will start us off. Ty McGraw started us off last inning and struck out. He was followed by Hansen with a strikeout, and then all heck broke loose with a bunch of walks, a hit batter, and a double. And the Potters scored 3 times. McGraw has singled, walked, and struck out, so Ty is 1 for 2. The first baseman coming to us from Troy University and Gardendale, Alabama. Takes a fastball and takes a ball. 1-0. Jason Hansen to follow, then Brian Williams Jr. 1-0 on Ty. Hits one over at his buddies there right in front of the dugout. It's a foul ball. As a consequence, 1 ball and 1 strike on McGraw. 8 for 15 coming in tonight. And he's got the 1 for 2 going so far. Fastball misses outside. Two balls, 1 strike. Ty McGraw leading off. Bottom of inning number 5. First of 3 between the Potters and the Red Tails, the California Red Tails. Sails that one outside. And ball 4. That is the 10th walk issued by the Red Tails. They've also hit a batter. And that will bring up Jason Hansen, who was flied to right, flied to left, and struck out. Hansen playing at third base for the Potters tonight in this one. Just his second start in the first 5 games. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander, Liuzzi. Misses outside. Brian Williams to follow, then Brady Ronaldo. McGraw, short lead over at first base. Good block by Holmes on the ball that's in the dirt outside, so it's 2-0. Potters milling around in the bullpen. Nobody throwing as Pettis came on and really shut the door. Two and 1 on Hansen. You watch Game of Thrones, Riley? No, you don't know about Hodor. Hold the door. I said shut the door, and it made me think of Hodor's Hold the Door. I don't know. I'm sorry. I missed that show, you know? Foul ball back to the screen. Sure, it didn't end the way that we all would hoped it would, but man, what a good show it was for a long time. 2-2. McGraw leads at first. 2-2 pitch coming up to Hansen. Hits it sharply at second base. Flipped to short for 1. Over to first. That's a 4-6-3 double play. Well turned by the Red Tails. They went from rolling over to Delphin, over to Catalano. And just that fast, it's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Brian Williams Jr., the hitter. See, in those days, Riley, you watch a Sunday night show. It's on HBO. It's got the Game of Thrones. Now it's this, everything's from a video game now. Which I like The Last of Us, but now you got all the people who play the game and don't like the show and play the show and then like the game. Then you got all these snobby people. That's not the way they did in the game. And it's like the Game of Thrones people who said, that's not the way it was in the book. So then you got the same thing on both sides. So you're for The Last of Us game people? Oh, you're just for the people who just say it's not like it was. I like that. That's an old man theory, Riley. I love it. It's not like what I learned about it from, and so it has to be the same as how I learned about it. I'm down with that. Williams hit it out to left center field this time, coming on a Soper. And he makes the catch. Stayed up a little bit too long for Brian, so 3 down in the 5th inning. We go to the 6th. Potters still on top, 9-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal.
Top of inning number 6, Russell Pettis back out on the mound for the Potters. He'll face Kobe Rowling, then Aiden Romero and Rocco Giametti. One change for the Potters. Cal Elvis has come in and taken over at third. Jason Hansen has moved from third over to first. And Ty McGraw, I assume, is in the dugout taking a break after going 1 for 2 today with a pair of walks. Rowling fouls it out. So we have Elvis at third, Winters at short, Ronaldo at second, and now Hansen at first with Leal, Williams, and Lavin. And Ryan Villanueva behind the plate. Pettis, Russell Pettis, the second pitcher. Jake Moreau went 4 in the third innings, 4 hits, 1 run, walked 3, struck out 5. That is a ball, 2-1. Pettis came on and struck out Romain and Catalano with runners at second and third to end the top of the 5th inning, and he'll start off the 6th here with Rowling on a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Takes it outside, 3-1. Potter fans saying goodbye to other Potter fans right in front of us. Line drive, second baseman goes up and makes the play, Ronaldo. Brady got up high, got a little airspace there, and robs Rawling of a base hit. So there's your web gem from the Potters defensively, and it'll bring up Aiden Romero, who's flied to right field and grounded to second base. Rawling hit that one right on the nose, but Ronaldo in the right place, got up at the right time. Almost as tough to time the jump as it is to jump. And he did them both, so it's 1 out. There's a bouncer out towards second. Ronaldo's going to come up and do or die that one, and he did it. Over to first to Hansen for the out. It was a big hopper. He figured at the last moment, I got to go get that one. He did. 2 good plays, 2 good outs. And here's Rocco Giametti, who is the dueling dogs batter of the game. And so far, a big disappointment in that role. He has walked and grounded out. Nobody gets half off. Oh, we got a pinch hitter. Evan Black is going to come on. So he will, by extension, become the dueling dogs hitter. Evan out of Chabot College steps in for his first appearance here in the top of the 6th with 2 outs. Julian Delphin, the shortstop, in on Dirk Circle, I assume. Giametti is the DH today, so Black seemingly will take on that role as the first pitch is high and inside on a fastball at 89 from Russell Pettis, who's retired all 4 batters he's faced, albeit with a couple of good plays by Ronaldo at second base. That one is in the same spot, got the same result, 2-0.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear your best dog bark.
That one sliced down the right field line, going foul into the bullpen, and it is a foul ball. You know, one thing I haven't heard Willie do this year is he hasn't asked for more cowbells. He's doing the dueling dogs now, so he's not going to ask. But usually he asks for cowbells when we get a lot of cowbells. He did? Yep. He must have heard me. I run this place. Grounder fouled on the first base line, hit sharply again, but also fouled, but closer to a 3-strike situation. 2/3. We're 2/3 there. Bon Jovi, book it. Sounded just like him, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 6th inning. Oh, breaking ball, a little slider. Misses outside and low, 3-2. The anticipation was up there for a second. It was heavy. So he runs it full. Breaking ball, call strike 3, half off Doolin Dogs. Get on down to the Brick and Barrel backyard if you're in the stadium. And at home, enjoy yourself at home. Go to the refrigerator, half off. I say so. Bottom of 6 coming up. Potters on top, 9-1.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Bottom of inning number 6, Potters on top, 9-1. We're all winners if you're watching Riley's field cam during the commercial break there as the spinning bat race happened. And one guy, did he not, Riley, get out of even, he didn't even get anywhere. He just took a header right away and then got up and said, "Yes, I am the champion." And as far as we're concerned, sir, you are the champion. We have seen some good ones. This year we've already seen 2 guys run into each other. So we've seen some pretty good ones in the spinning bat race already this year, and this is only the 5th game. So there's more to come as Dari Liuzzi finishes off his warm-up tosses, and the second pitcher for the Red Tails will be ready to confront the Potters lineup, which will start with Brady Rinaldo, Ethan Liao, and Ryan Villanueva. Rinaldo with a couple of web gems, Liao with a double, a walk, and 3 runs scored, and Villanueva with a double and a 2-run homer. So they're pretty good here in the 6, 7, 8 spots. Brady has walked twice and struck out. Still looking for that first hit, but he has scored a run here today. And he'll lead off this bottom of the 6th. Potters have some activity in their bullpen. Russell Pettis has come on and retired all 5 batters he's faced in relief of Jake Morrell, who will stand to get his 2nd win of the summer if the Potters can hold on to this one. And is outside from Liuzzi, right-hander from Willamette College. Potters with the orange jerseys. It's Orange Fridays. John Alkire, right-hander. Looks like he is up and throwing. Out of Folsom, California, and Texas State University. Not just any university, Texas State University. 2-1 on the second baseman for the Potters, Brady Rinaldo. He takes ball 3 down low. 10 free passes and a hit batter for the Red Tails pitchers today. Potters with just really 6 hits, 9 runs on 6 hits. 3 errors committed by the Red Tails. And remember, that's just their first game, I believe, of the summer, so they're just getting the kinks out. Rinaldo takes a good-looking pitch but misses inside. He'll go down to first base for the 3rd straight time on a walk And here's Ethan Liao. He walked into a fielder's choice and doubled. He has 3 runs scored. He has 2 runs driven in. He is out of Dublin, California. And Gardner Webb University with the Running Bulldogs, we found out earlier. Although the Bulldog that they showed didn't do much running, but he was a pretty fierce-looking dude. Pops it up right side. Going after it, the second baseman coming in, the right fielder. Second baseman will call and make the catch. That's a nice play by Rolling out there, going all the way over in front of Gamble coming in, who was going to have trouble getting there. But good range by Kobe Rolling at second base for the first out. And here's Ryan Villanueva. He has doubled and scored, hit a 2-run homer, and walked. So he scored twice, he's driven in 2, and he has 2 hits for the game. The catcher out of Brea, California at Fullerton College. Wearing number 8 for the Lincoln Potters. An orange number 8. Sails the fastball high and inside. So it's 1-0 on Ryan. He's followed by Kenneth Winters in the number 9 spot. Tries the breaking ball, can't get it to come back across the plate, so it's 2-0. Remember, tomorrow night, if you got tickets, 6:05 first pitch. Even if you don't, it's still 6:05 first pitch. If you don't, you want to get them. Disney night, fireworks night. These same two teams will be meeting up. If you just can't make it, that's in there for a strike. Or if you're, out of the area, if you're in Gardendale, Alabama, or Cypress, Texas, or Queen Creek, Arizona, Midwest City, Oklahoma, even in Dublin, check us out. Jones Broadcast Networks or Lincoln Potters Baseball on YouTube. Subscribe, never miss a game. Let's get those subscription numbers up there. 2-1 pitch. Villanueva takes high, 3-1. We're here if you need us. If you can't make it out, we're here. We urge you to come out and experience this in person. Placer County's affordable family fun. Something like that. I got to read the brochures. But it's true. All of it's true. Went around on that one. 2-2 now on Ryan. Kind of looks down at third like, I didn't mean to do that. Gets no love from the third base coach. Say, well, you did it. Three balls and 2 strikes. Scoreboard says 2-2. Riley assures me it's 3-2, and he loves 2-2. So Villanueva hits it high up in the air down the left field line. A long run for Romaine, and he will make the catch. Actually, I think that might be a new left fielder. Check the number out there, will you, Riley, of the left fielders? We had a fly ball out there by Villanueva for the out. Coming up would be Kenneth Winters out of Lincoln, California. Singled, was hit by a pitch and grounded out. He has an RBI in this one. Looks like Jackson Hoffman is taking over in left field. Good looking pitch, but misses 1-0. So Jackson Hoffman is in left field. A lot of times guys will make defensive changes and we won't notice it until they come up, but that time you tell it wasn't Romaine out there. Outside, 2-0, another stop by Holmes to keep him going to the backstop. Short lead at first base by Rinaldo. That one, a nice looking fastball, but outside, 3-0. Jake Lavin on deck. Jake is seeking to set out what I think would be a Potter's record if he gets his 5th straight walk. It's kind of a weird record, but it'd be a record nonetheless. I'd have to look through the archives. I don't think there are any. And that's ball 4 to Winters. Rinaldo goes to second base at first now is Winters, and here's Jake Lavin. He's walked in the first, second, third, and fourth innings. Didn't get to bat in the fifth. Ruined his streak. But now he's up here in the sixth. Unofficially 12 walks and a hit batted by the Red Tails pitchers. The Potters still with just 6 hits, although they haven't had a chance to swing it a lot. Lavin takes a ball. 2 outs here in the sixth. 2 on for the Lincoln Potters. The most affordable family fun in Placer County. That's what Stone says it is. I don't think so. I think he's wrong. I mean, I think it is. Lifted up in the air toward left field. Hoffman going after it. And he is going to make the catch out near the fence. Well hit ball by Lavin, but a nice play by the new left fielder. We'll go to the seventh. Potters on top 9-1.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Silverado grill, and I buy the bar double round.
Top of inning number 7. Potters on top 9-1. John Alcar, the right-hander, is the new pitcher. He's 6'2", 180 out of Folsom and Texas State University. He will be facing Julian Delphin. Zane Silas Holmes and Andrew Gamble, 8, 9, and 1, assuming there are no substitutions, of course. Russell Pettis, an inning and 2/3. No hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Well done, RP. Oh, we've got a pinch hitter. That is Beckett Montgomery, who fouls it off. So Montgomery batting for Delphin here in the 7th inning. Delphin was 1 for 2 and scored a run. So Montgomery out of Willamette College takes a ball. Delphin 1 for 2 with a run scored. A lot of movement on that pitch. He catches the corner for a strike. 1-2 now on the pinch hitter Beckett Montgomery, who we assume will be going in at shortstop for Delphin in the bottom of inning number 7. Alcar misses the outside corner with that one. 2-2 now. Fastball misses high and outside, 3-2. Riley, the engineer, conversations with the great Stones McCoy on the phone here as Stones, as we said, took the family up to Tahoe, bringing most of them back in the same condition when they left, or some who have been altered somewhat. As a result, Stones says he hadn't stopped to eat yet. It's a ground ball into the hole. Ronaldo gets over, can't make the play, and it's going to be an infield hit for Beckett Montgomery. Having to go a long way did Brady Ronaldo. Almost picked off his third web gem, but this one's going to be an infield single, and Montgomery reaches for Zane Holmes, the batter. The catcher out of Laney Collins, who was struck out and walked, so he is 0 for 1. The strikeout against Jake Morrell. The walk also against Jake Morrell. He managed to miss Russell Pettis, who only faced 5 hitters. Fastball misses. 1-0. 93 miles an hour from Alkire. But misses the outside corner. I hope your dad was doing video, Riley, of mom and her friend at the tables. Swinging a miss on the fastball. And no word of the young couple, the Bostonian who got his first look at Lake Tahoe. I got to find out about that, too. A lot going on today, all over the place. Maybe he's already seen it. I don't know. Outside, Ryan Villanueva behind the plate for the Potter. Cal Elvis has taken over at third. Remember, Jason Hansen moved over to first. Ronaldo at second, and Kenny Winters over at shortstop, or Kenneth Winters. Liao in left field, Williams in center, Lavin in right. And John Alkire, the third pitcher on the mound. Fastball misses. Villanueva tries to throw behind, can't get him at first base. It says 2-2 on the scoreboard. I thought I had it at 3-1. We'll see. I think he just put up 2-2. I think. It's kind of hard to tell. That's outside. Must have, because the batter has not walked. So Holmes is still up there with a 3-ball, 2-strike count. I don't think he made any movement when the pitch came in. I think his Villanueva threw down to first base, and so he's like, okay. So 3-2 coming up to Holmes. Ball 4. So the Red Tails again with a little rally going here, a walk and a single and then a walk, and they'll bring up the top of the order, and Andrew Gamble, who is a couple of base hits today and a walk. So he is 2 for 2, hasn't been retired yet, the right fielder out of Antioch High School.
Now batting for the Red Tails, number 10, right fielder Andrew Gamble.
Wearing number 10, he's followed in the order by Gavin Soper. 1-2 hitters up here against John Alkire. We are in the top of inning number 7 from McBean Stadium in a lovely Lincoln, California. It's still a very nice night out here. That's down low for a ball. Ryan Villanueva was going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Alkire came in, was throwing the ball well. Montgomery just placed the ground ball in the perfect spot, and Ronaldo couldn't come up with it. And then Holmes gets the walk on the 3-2 pitch. And now Gamble, who singled in the first, walked in the third, and singled again, this time in the 5th. Fastball in there for a strike. Consistently up around 92 and 93 for Alkire. Always had a live arm. He's pitched for the Potters before, out of Folsom, California. That one misses the outside corner. 2-1 now on Gamble. We got cheerleaders from 12 Bridges, Lincoln. I think we got a couple other groups wandering around, just looking for a place to perform. That's all they want. They just want a chance. Right down the middle, strike. 2-2. There's the cowbell. Willie calling for the cowbell. I think it's the perfect time. It was a tremendous call by Willie. Perfect. 2-2, 2 on. You need cowbell. No, Riley, you don't have a cowbell. You can't just line down the right field line, but that's foul. You can't just pantomime a cowbell. The worst thing would be pantomiming the cowbell and making the cowbell sound yourself, and I do not want that to happen. That's something your dad would do, and I do not want that out here. Not in my house. Oh, jeez. I liked you better when you were just quiet and you sat there quietly and didn't do anything. And now you're mad at me for saying that. Brought him out of his shell. Now you can't put him back in. That toothpaste isn't going back in the tube. Check swing. Did he go? I don't think so. And no, he did not. 3-2. I like the field umpire just gave him a clever and just like a little bit of signal. Didn't make it a whole big deal. Just like, see. Alcar tried to change speeds on Gamble and almost had him going after it. But instead, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball is call strike 3. Little delayed call there on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner. And that'll bring up Gavin Soper. And here comes... Well, you turn your head, and all of a sudden there's Montgomery scoring. Here's Soper. It's 16.
Pinch hitting for the Red Tails, number 15, Danny Trujillo.
So Danny Trujillo is your pinch hitter. Hits a ground ball, soft ground ball out there, picked up at third base by Elvis. Good throw by Cal Elvis at first base to get him. So Trujillo is retired, 5-3. Holmes has to stay at second as the ball was right in front of him. And here comes Jackson Huffman, the left fielder. So Huffman is in for his first at bat. And that's outside in the dirt. One ball and no strikes on Huffman. Fastball is outside. Stones McCoy watching, monitoring the game from home, filling us in on what we missed. Is that Potters tried a pickoff play down first base, didn't quite work out. And that ended up with Montgomery coming around and scoring the second run of the game for the Red Tails. Fastball is swung on and missed. Huffman making his first appearance at the plate, taking over for Terrell Romaine, who was 1 for 3. High fly ball right field. Should get out of play down there, and it does. One thing I really love about your dad's when he sends me these little, these little videos and stuff, little clever videos. I don't like them. I don't like them. GIFs? GIFs. Okay. Every time I talk to a younger person, it's like, either it's such a GIF, man, or that's a GIF. They're very one-sided. But whatever one it is, I'm getting rid of it because I hate it. And Stones thinks, I'm too clever. Breaking ball, call strike 3. A run for the Red Tails in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the inning. Potters fans are stretching with a 9-2 lead.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
Bottom of inning number 7, Potter fans are stretching with a 9-2 lead. The new pitcher for the California Red Tails is Jason Spurgeon, wearing number 26 out of Hillsdale High School. He will face Tristan Russell, Cal Elvis, and Jason Hansen here in the 7th inning. Russell has hit a sacrifice fly, grounded out twice, and popped up. He does have 2 runs batted in the game for giving him 10 on the season. He'll be hitting left-handed against the right-hander Jason Spurgeon. But before they do that, Mr. Holmes behind the plate is going to go out and talk to Spurgeon, probably for the first time they've worked together. Get their signals straight as they prepare to face 2, 3, and 4 in the Potters batting order. Potters with 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. 2 offset single runs for the Red Tails in the 5th and the 7th. Jake Morrell went the first 4 and the 3rd innings for the Potters, gave up 4 hits and a run. Russell Pettis an inning and 2/3 and gave up nothing, struck out 3. Spurgeon's pitch is outside for a ball. John Alkire worked the 7th inning, 1 hit and 1 run, and he struck out 2. And the run was unearned. Outside. Cal Elvis next. He has not hit yet today. Off-speed pitch finds its way inside for a ball. Spurgeon working from the stretch. Delivers, and that is ball 4. Fortunately, a common occurrence for the Red Tails pitchers today. That'll be their 14th walk, or 13 walks and a hit batter. And Cal Elvis is the hitter. Got a out of Vacaville, California, Cal Elvis making his first appearance. He came in for Ty McGraw, who was 1 for 2 with a pair of walks. Elvis out of University of California, San Diego, right-handed hitter. There goes the runner, and it's a fly ball right field. Gamble comes on. He will make the catch, and he'll gun it back to first, but getting back is Tristan Russell. So the hit and run was on, and Elvis flies out to right. 1 out here in the 7th, then Jason Hansen. Roseville's own Jason Hansen out of UC Davis. He has flied out twice, struck out into a double play, so 0 for 4 for Jason as he strides in here with 1 out and 1 on in the 7th. Potters with some more activity in their bullpen. been the habit of Eli Garcia. He gets 4 or 5 innings out of his starter, brings his relievers in for 1 or 2 innings at most. Brian Williams Jr. on deck. There goes the runner. The pitch floats in there, and it was called a ball. But a running start by Russell, and he steals second base. He kind of surprised himself because he took off, and the pitcher didn't really do anything. So he goes, I'm just going to keep going, I guess. And he motors into second base. Fly ball down the right field line, out of play. So Hansen settles back in. Now he's got the runner at second base and 1 out. Off-speed pitch just misses inside. So Ryan gets the count even at 2-2. High fly ball, center field. Catch is made out there for the second out. Going to assume that is Trujillo out in center. He came on and hit for Gavin Soper. Here's Brian Williams Jr. Fly to left, fly to center, doubled and walked. So 1 for 3, he scored a couple of runs, stolen the 3 bases on the game. Dancing around out there is Tristan Russell. He finally got the throw from the pitcher Spurgeon, and he's back barely in time ahead of the tag by Kobe Rowling. They're going to do it again. This time it gets away a little bit, and if he would have caught that, he might have had Russell because that was positioned in a perfect spot, but he couldn't make the catch. So much ado about nothing there with 2 tries at second base. And turn their attention to Brian Williams Jr. at the plate, who hits a high fly ball, well hit to center field. Going, and caught. Williams did not miss it by much right there, but it's 3 outs for the Potters in the 7th. We go to the 8th. They lead at 9-2.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Top of the 8th inning, Ken Blankenship, the new pitcher for the Potters out of Sac City College. His first batter will be Brandon Rockmore. Greatest name of all time. Rockmore. Is it a name or is it a command? Rockmore. So Kobe Rowling will follow him, then Aiden Romero scheduled anyway. But here's Rockmore. Fouls that one back to the screen. I went back, I was trying to find information on all the players, and I looked up Rockmore. I found Terra Nova High School, but there was a year or two missing from his resume. And with a name like Rockmore, it could have been anything. 0-1 on the pinch hitter. Blankenship misses outside. This is Blankenship's third appearance already. Make that fourth appearance already. Swing and a miss. Oh, I was right the first time. Make that third. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the pinch hitter Rockmore. Red Tails single runs in the 5th and the 7th innings in this one. Look out, that's going to hit Rockmore in the back more, and he'll go down to first base. That brings up Kobe Rowling, the second baseman, who was grounded out twice and then lined out to second base with Ronaldo, a tremendous play back in the 6th inning. Lincoln High Zebra cheer team was entertaining between innings. They did a tremendous job. All the teams have done a tremendous job out there tonight. Crowd loving it. Blankenship's first pitch is down low. Rockmore leads over at first base. That's fouled back to the screen. So it's 1-1. Aiden Romero is in the on-deck circle, and what should be Evan Black, the designated hitter. See if they get that far in this inning, as it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count on Kobe Rowling. Blankenship will go over to first base. Jason Hansen manning first base. Ty McGraw started there. Went 1 for 2 with a couple of walks and came out of the game. Sails the fastball in high, 2-1. Blankenship out of Sac City College, Lodi, California originally. Misses outside with that offering. 3 balls, 1 strike. 5 hits on the night for the Red Tails. Gamble has 2 of them. And, well, the number 8 spot has 2. Delphin had 1. Montgomery had 1. Ball 4. So the 5th walk given up by the Potters today. And a hit batter as well, and that'll bring up Aiden Romero, who's flied to right, grounded to second, and grounded to second. So looking for his first hit of the night in the first game of the Red Tails season. They'll play their second one tomorrow night right here, 6:05 first pitch, as Blankenship misses outside. Fireworks night and Disney night. So again, you should have your tickets already. If you don't, check out LincolnPotters.com for information on how to grab them. This is the place to be. I mean, that's 5 games in. It's the place to be. Swing and a miss by Romero. The fans do not lie. Great crowds for the first 5 games. Potters trying to go 4-1 in those 5 games. That one is too high. Villanueva looks to throw to first, but the runner's back in, rolling. And Hansen wasn't there anyway. The 2-1 pitch is hitting to the hole. Off the glove of the shortstop in the short left field. Here comes a run around third. He's going to score. The throw goes to third. The tag is made. And I believe he is safe at third base. So it's an RBI single. Rockmore scores. Rolling makes it all the way around to third. It's a single for Romero and an RBI. And it's 9-3 in favor of the Potters. And that'll bring Evan Black to the plate. He struck out in his only appearance back in the 6th inning, taking over Rocco Giametti. We're going to have a meeting at the mound for the Potters, and we have quickly somebody heating up down there down the right field lines. We've had a hit by pitch, a walk, and then a single. Nice diving try by Winters, but could not make the play. Glanced off of his glove, allowed Rockmore to come around third, and he wasn't stopping. Went all the way in and scored. So here is Evan Black. Still nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. Rolling at third and Romero over at first. Fastball misses high to Evan Black. Inside, I might have hit him. Nope. Umpire looking at him strange, but Black stays in there, so he wants to hit. It's 2 balls and no strikes. That one gets the call, so it's 2-1. Fastball at 81 from Blankenship. Strike 2, and Villanueva was already up to throw to third. The runner slid back in, but there was nobody covering, so kind of a moot point there. 2-2 now on Evan Black. That's in the dirt. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on Evan Black. And that sails in there high. So a hit by pitch, a walk, a single, and another walk. That has loaded the bases for the Red Tails and brings up Beckett Montgomery, who came on as a pinch hitter for Delphin in the 7th and had an infield single. And I think we might be getting a change on the mound here. And we will step away. We'll make a pitching change. A new guy coming in from right field, and we'll talk about who that is and what that means. After this, we go top of the 8th inning. Potters on top now, 9-3.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Teenage boy and a couple more from up the road.
Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions.
New pitcher is number 30, Tyler Hutchinson. 5'11", 160 out of Roseville and Sierra College. He will face Beckett Montgomery with the bases loaded and nobody out here. And his first pitch is inside to the right-handed hitter for a ball. Montgomery with an infield single back in the 7th. He scored a run on a throwing error. That's sliced down the right field line. That could be trouble. It is a fair ball down the line. One run comes in. Here comes the second one around. He will score. Pulling in at second base is Beckett Montgomery with his second hit of the game, and all of a sudden it's a 9-5 lead for the Potters. Still nobody out here in the 8th. Montgomery delivers his second hit. So second and third, still nobody out, and Zane Holmes, the catcher, will be the hitter. Ground ball to first base. Knocked down, nice play over there by Hansen. He'll go to the pitcher covering, but a run will score. 4th run of the inning is in, and an RBI for Holmes on a great play by Jason Hansen. Moving up to third is Beckett Montgomery. Really fine play by Hansen at first base to Rob Holmes, who could have got himself a base hit right there. And with one out, runner at third base, and Andrew Gamble, the leadoff hitter, will be the hitter. So 4 runs in on 2 hits in the inning. There's a chopper out to shortstop. It's going to be a tough play at first base. They'll make it, but the run scores from third for the second out. So Gamble's out at first base, but he'll pull out another RBI. And the Red Tails have scored 5 times here in the inning, and they trail it just 9-7. Danny Trujillo, the hitter. He came on for Soper in the 7th inning and grounded out to third base. So Trujillo steps in out of Oakley, California. Base is empty finally, but the Red Tails have scored 5 times here. And they made this a tight one, 9-7. Fastball's in there for a strike. Evens it up at 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Hutchison delivers. It's a good-looking pitch, but down low. 2-1. That is down low, ball 3. And that is in there for a strike, 3-2. Up at 86 for Hutchinson. Tries for the outside corner, doesn't get it. And the 9th batter of the inning will be Jackson Huffman, the left fielder, who struck out in his only appearance back in the 7th inning. As the Red Tails have batted around here in the 8th, they have the tying run at the plate with 2 outs. They've done it all with the benefit of just 2 hits here in the 8th inning. Popped up right side. Hansen trying to get over the fence over there, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. It's over by the Brick and Barrel backyard, and that's trouble over there. Although can't sell beer after the 7th inning since the 8th, so they probably all mellowed out over there. Huffman came on for Terrell Scott Romaine in the 7th. Romaine was 1 for 3 while he was in there. Hutchinson's next pitch is down low, blocked by Villanueva. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. 1-2. Short lead at first base by Trujillo. 1-2 coming up to Huffman. Chopper down to first base line, but that's a foul ball. Potter's warming up another pitcher down there, right-hander, just getting loosened up. As Hutchinson has come on to try to save this 8th inning. Blankenship started. Faced 4 batters, gave up 2 walks, a hit batter, and a single. That's down low for a ball. Hutchinson came on. Montgomery touched him for a double to start, but then a ground out by Holmes, a ground out by Gamble, and a walk to Trujillo. And remember the good play by Jason Hansen at first base on Holmes' ground ball. That is called strike 3. So 9 batters in the inning for the Red Tails. They put up 5 runs. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Potters now lead at 9-7.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest-running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not 1 but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number 1. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
$100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar.
Bottom of the 8th inning, suddenly a 2-run game. Potters 9, Red Tails 7. Caden Gustafson is the new pitcher out of Beloit College. The right-hander will face Brady Ranello, Ethan Liao, and Ryan Villanueva. 6, 7, and 8 for the Potters. As all of a sudden things got tight there in the top of the 8th inning. Ranello has 3 walks and a strikeout, so Brady up here trying to get on base again. Going to get a little bit of breathing room for the Potters and Eli Garcia. Gustafson's first pitch is inside for a ball. That one's hit high and deep and foul to left field. Deep into the night for Brady. Night started with water slides out in front and a great crowd in here. Staked the Potters out to a big lead, 9-0, I believe, at one point. Now 9-7. That might have hit Brady, but he didn't act like it did, and it's going to be fine enough for the umpire, so it's 2-1. Unofficially, the Red Tails have walked or hit 14 batters. There's lined hard to left field. Right in the tracks is Jackson Huffman to make the catch. Solid contact for Brady, but not a great result if you're looking for a base hit or a base runner for the Potters. And here is Ethan Liao. He has walked, hit into a fielder's choice, doubled and popped out. He's driven in 2 runs. He scored 3 runs. Making his debut out of Dublin, California, and Gardner-Webb University, home of the Running Bulldogs. Ryan Villanueva in the on-deck circle. The out takes a strike, 0-1. Swings and misses at that one, 0-2. Red Tails trying to set down the Potters and get in there and give themselves a chance in the top of the 9th. First of a 3-game set between the two teams. Tomorrow night, 6:05, Sunday, 1:05. The out takes low for a ball. Check out LincolnPotters.com for tickets and information just tomorrow night and for Sunday afternoon. We've had a couple of afternoon games already this year. They've been a lot of fun. Last Sunday and Monday. We got that's over the head of Liao, so I believe the umpire will call that a ball. He's been pretty money on the calls so far. I think he'll get that one right. 2-2. Riley nods his head in agreement. That guy's been pretty good. And even Riley would have called that one correctly, so I think. Although he is advocating for robot umpires now. It's a new thing he just did today, so. Liao hits it sharply but foul down the third base line. The Potters third base coach tries to make the play off his hands. I try to counsel coaches. If you know you can't, if you don't know you can make the play, let it go. Because if you don't make the play, it look bad. If you don't make the play and don't try for the play, no one says anything about it. That's just my theory, Riley. Liao takes outside, followed that one all the way into the catcher's glove. Pushes it to 3-2. Chopper down the third base line. It's going to be a tough play. It's a fair ball. The throw to first base on a hop, not in time, and Liao has another base hit. Just the 7th hit for the Potters in this one, although they haven't got a lot of swings. And here's Ryan Villanueva, who has 2 of those hits, a double and scored in the 2nd, a 2-run homer in the 3rd, walked in the 4th, and fly to left in the 6th. Ryan now is 5 for 11, and he has 4 runs batted in on the season. Catcher out of Brea, California. Takes a fastball, and it's outside from Gustafson. Baloney started, went 3, then Liuzzi went 3. Spurgeon just the single inning, and now Gustafson. There goes the runner, popped up behind home plate. Holmes giving chase, but it's going to be Hopefully on top of the tarp. No, right on top of us. Oh, man. That was close. That was crazy. I was expecting that one to be on the tarp. I know. The thud up there, and all of a sudden, even Luke Statwalker was going, hey. I mean, they got the low heart rate, the young kids, but man, that was thudding in here. Villanueva swings and misses. I haven't heard anything from Willie. He must have been just taken aback by that thud. It sounded like it was going to come in. It really did. It sounded like one of those scary movies where they're on the roof or something or outside. You know they're going to get in somehow. But we're okay. Don't worry about it. Throw over to first base, and yeah, I was back in. I don't think that qualifies as a near-death experience, but man, it felt like it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the catcher, Ryan Villanueva. Throw over to first again, and back in again is Ethan Liao. That's high. The runner goes. The throw to second is strong, but too late. And in at second base is Ethan Liao, and that could be a big run with the 2-run lead for the Potters. Two balls and 2 strikes on the catcher from Fullerton College. He's going to take his time getting back in here. He does that. Kenneth Winters is on deck, the number 9 hitter. Gustafson delivers, strike 3 call. 2 outs here in the 8th inning. And here comes Kenneth Winters. Infield single, ground out, hit by a pitch and walk. So he's 1 for 2. He has an RBI. 4 for 13 on the season so far for the shortstop from Lincoln, California, which is right near here. Even went to Carlin C. Coppin Elementary School. Hits that one very well to left field. Huffman, though, in his tracks, makes the catch. So 2 good line drives to left field don't show anything for the Potters. We'll go to the 9th. Potters with a slight lead. It's 9-7.
This job is the Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it. We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns, Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
Top of inning number 9, Potters with a 9-7 lead. They're bringing on Evan Williams to try to close it out. The right-hander out of William Jessup, who's thrown 2 innings, given up 1 hit and struck out 5 so far in the season. It seems a logical choice. He'll face Brandon Rockmore, then Kobe Rowling and Aiden Romero. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Williams out of San Jose, California, and William Jessup University, trying to save it for his William Jessup teammate Jake Morrell, the starting pitcher. That is a strike, going 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, soft speed pitch, a slider. So the strikeout by Williams of Rockmore, 1 out here, and Kobe Rowling will come to the plate. Kobe with a couple of groundouts, a line out, and a walk. He scored a run. Left-hand hitting second baseman against Williams. Fastball just misses the outside corner at 87 from Williams. 1 ball, no strikes. Check swing high and inside, 2-0. Potters have given up 8 walks today. They have struck out 11. Make that 12 with Williams' strikeout of Rockmore. Swing and a miss by Rawling, 2-1. Williams quickly became a fan favorite. Well, he started out being a fan favorite because he brought the Jessup guys out here to root for him. And now it's kind of coming to the rest of the crowd. They're kind of buying into the magic here. Out is in there for a strike, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He's out on strikes. 2 up, 2 down for the Red Tails here in the 9th, as Williams pushes his total to 7 strikeouts on the season in 2 2/3 innings. And here's Aiden Romero, who's flied to right, grounded to second twice, and had an RBI single, scored a run back in the 8th inning. Red Tails with a spirited 5-run rally in the top of the 8th to get this one close, and Williams trying to shut the door, as Pettis did earlier. That's lined down the right field line. It's going to be a foul ball, it looks like. Giving chase is Lavin in right field. Romero got a kind of an off-speed pitch there and steered it down the right field line. Oh and 1 now on Aiden Romero. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Romero steps out, thinks about it as the crowd, the Williams mob we call him. Right down the middle, call strike 3, that's your ball game. Williams comes in and does just what he was instructed to do. Strike out everybody, gets the save. Jake Morrell gets the win. The final score, Potters 9 and the Red Tails 7. We're back with our postgame with our Raising Cane's player of the game. Here's a hint. He hit a home run. So we'll be right back with the postgame right for this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Lincoln provides all the charm of a small town yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and a compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff will welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
And now it's time for our Raising Cane's Player of the Game interview. Right here on Stone's Broadcast Networks.
Welcome in tonight's Raising Cane's Player of the Game is Ryan Villanueva. Ryan, nice win tonight, my friend.
Thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. Big 2-run home run. We'll get to that in a second. First of all, how did a guy from Fullerton College in Brea, California find his way up here to Lincoln?
It was through my head coach. I asked him, I was like, hey, do you have a place for me to play summer ball? And he's like, I actually do. I know Eli's connected to Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah.
My head coach used to coach there, and he hooked it up and set me up to come out here.
You know, it's still early, I know, and you're getting to know. We talked about it before the game with our guest Brock Rackets about you all get together from all over the country. You meet each other, and all of a sudden you're out there playing baseball. How's it been so far?
It's been awesome. It's pretty refreshing coming out here and playing with a bunch of talented guys. Pitching's good, hitting's good, getting better just playing with these guys.
Now, this is kind of a delicate question, but you guys had the big lead and then kind of had the one bad inning. As the catcher, when things aren't going well on the mound, okay, when do you know when it's time for you to go out and talk to a pitcher, or how do you figure that out?
It's just kind of watching his body language.
Yeah.
If I can tell he's getting tired, fatigued, I'll give him a breather. I'll go out there, talk to him. But other than that, I try to be really positive behind the plate, just keep them engaged, long inning, just keep the infield into it, let them know how many outs there are, stuff like that,
Well, it's interesting, too, because we see it all the time in summer ball. You haven't worked with these guys before. It's like you can't really, put your finger on the pulse because you've never seen this guy pitch and you've never done it. So it makes it more difficult. Okay, let's get to the highlight. So you get up the first time, you bloop a ball to right field, it drops in, you get a double, everything's looking good. You got him where you want him, right? And all of a sudden they come after you. They go, this guy's going to try to bloop one into right field. And what the hell happened out there?
Yeah.
All of a sudden there's a bullet going out to left field.
Yeah, We had a little scouting report, and I was just trying to stay on top of the ball. He had a high spin on his fastball. I was just trying to work above it, and just pulled my hands through, got one out. It just comes with all the preparation. Me and our guy Brian in the outfield, we've been working the last couple of days in the cage and stuff, and we've just been talking about hitting, and I think that's a result of preparation.
It's one of my favorite kind of home runs because I always watch the batter, obviously, when the ball's going out, and I looked at you, and you're like, okay. What's the surprise here? I got all over that pitch, and I destroyed that pitch. Finally, before I let you go, tell me when you came in, you talked about your coach setting you up with and everything. What are your goals as far as working on your game this summer?
I think my goals right now are just put together good at-bats, stay consistent behind the plate, and just get better with the catch and throw.
Let me ask you about that because I've noticed that you like to throw the ball, you like to throw behind runners.
Yeah.
How difficult is that when you're working with new infielders?
It was actually it's funny because I actually talked about that with my family and then our first baseman Ty McGraw about that the first game that I played, that one that I threw away. But we're just talking about signs and stuff. When's a good time to throw? But I like to be aggressive. It's kind of unlucky today hitting that kid in the head. But
well, that's unlucky in a couple of different ways.
Yeah, but I think it was a good throw. It's an aggressive mistake. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Well, Ryan, it's been a pleasure meeting you. You're our Raising Cane's Player of the Game. Thanks a lot for dropping by. Hopefully, we'll see you again this year before the summer's over.
Hopefully, yeah. Thanks
Ryan
for having me.
Villanueva, our Raising Cane's Player of the Game. We're back with more postgame right after this on the Stones Broadcast Networks. Welcome back to the Potters postgame. Mark the Phantom Low here with my buddy Riley the Engineer. Thanks to Ryan Villanueva for coming up. What a great pleasure to meet that guy. What a good kid. And he is going to do some good things as a catcher in this year. And how about that home run, Riley? Fantastic two-run homer by Villanueva. So the Potters win this one 9-7. Got a little close there at the end, a little close for comfort, but Evan Williams comes in and he shuts it down. Something tells me we're going to see Evan up here as a player of the game very, very soon. Tomorrow night at 6:05, we'll do it again right here at the Potters on Disney night and fireworks night. We'll host the Red Tails, and on Sunday, it's a 1:05 start right here on Stones Broadcast Networks. Thanks for joining us again. Reminder, subscribe, Stones Broadcast Networks, Lincoln Potters Baseball. Never miss a game. For Mark the Phantom Low, for Riley the Engineer, Willie Preston, Carson, and Luke Statwalker, our new star, we say thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.